scheduled to be on Friday.
The following is a presentation of the Ad-Astros
Girls fell against Mueller 50-29 last night, while the boys are having an all-time turnaround season under first-year head coach Michael Tripp over the past 2 seasons. The Winfield Viking boys had only won 5 games combined over the past 2 seasons. We're 7 games in this year. They are 4-3. They beat Mueller 54-38 last night, thanks to the hands of Christian Morey, their star, who's averaging 24 points per contest. We'll preview more of the boys' game later on tonight, as that one will tip off 20 minutes after the conclusion of this girls' game. But there's a lot of history, a lot of streaks on the line between these two teams, especially for McPherson in their history against Winfield. We'll have more on that with Mark Heidebrach coming up right after this. You're listening to the Midway Motors Drive to Game from the Midway Motors broadcast booth, where you're listening to McPherson High School basketball on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Midway Motors, for every more of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. 98.9 Midway and 1540 KMCP Hutchinson and Hillsborough, for every mile of
a good Tuesday afternoon, and welcome into Winfield High School as we have coverage of McPherson Bullpup basketball.
Are you done with pushing the clock or constant travel? Do you have 15 or more acres? Find freedom by joining America's #1 free-range egg brand, Happy Egg. Happy Egg is looking for growers to raise happy hens. Happy Egg offers startup and new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Work from home, work for yourself. Feed America. Visit happyeggfarms.com today for more information. Happy Egg is a proud supporter of McPherson County Athletics.
While you hear our
When it
radio
comes to your
calls
personal
here on
banking, it should
KMCP,
be, well,
the
personal.
Bullpups are coming
That's
off
how
of
we
a
do business
Friday
at the Farmer
split
State Bank.
against
Farmer
Mulvaney,
State
where the
Bank
girls
combines
fell
personal
just by a
service
final
with the
score
modern
of
convenience of advanced
50-32
technology.
in a game
Visit
where
any one of our
McPherson led
locations
at
in
halftime
Galva,
by a
Lynchburg,
single
or
point,
McPherson,
but then
and
were
see how we
outscored
take
in the
service.
second half,
Very personal.
32-11. Did you know the boys are 6-1 and are coming off of a win set?
Head to your locally owned Scooters to enjoy your favorite drink your way. Scooters Coffee, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scooters Coffee in Hutchinson, McPherson, Salina, and Abilene.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. We get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, crops, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we've been the #1 ag insurer for 25 years. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Farm Bureau Agent Luke Bauer in McPherson at 620-241-0225.
#1 ag insurer across our territory. 1996 to 2021 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
I'm Jared. Since 1948, we at Krupp Lumber in Heston have been helping customers choose the perfect lumber, find the right tools, and improve homes every step of the way. We offer a wide selection of top-quality windows and doors like Marvin and Anderson and R.D. Henry & Company cabinets to make your home stand the test of time. Not only do we offer paints and lawn and garden supplies, but we can build floor and roof trusses in-house and can help you design your own. Ask about our in-state delivery. Krupp Lumber. Service is our specialty.
Welcome back into the Midway Motors Drive to the Game as we're on the road down to Winfield to take on the Winfield Vikings for another Ark Valley Chisholm Trail Divisional matchup here today. Now time to give you the history for McPherson and Winfield. We're joined by Mark Heidebrach here to give us that history as always, and just like they usually are, this one favored towards McPherson, only by a little bit though, right? No, I'm kidding. It's a lot. Go ahead and tell us about it, Mark.
Well, your little bit is a 79-7 record for the girls. In fact, since 1986, McPherson's record versus Winfield has been 67-3. Last game we played with Winfield was on February 9th in Winfield for a 59-28 win. The series started in 1978, so that's a total of 86 games in the series, and that ranks second of all the 105 opponents we've played since 1969, trailing only Newton. We've played Newton more times than anybody. Our home record is 40-4. Our away record's 39-3. Offensive averages, McPherson averages 58.0 points per game. Winfield 33.3 points per game. Average winning margin is 27.5 points per game for McPherson. And on the Winfield wins, their average margin is 6.4 points per game. We have a current 55-game winning streak versus Winfield that dates clear back to 1994, so 31 years ago. So we have something to protect. Highest scores in the series, McPherson scored 93 points on January 15th, 1999 in McPherson for a 93-24 win. That was an undefeated girls team that year. Winfield scored 75 points on December 13th, 1985 in McPherson for a 75-70 win, and that was 40 years ago. Largest winning margins in the series, McPherson won by 69 points on January 15th, 1999 by a score of 93-24, and Winfield won by 14 points on February 7th, 1986 in Winfield by a score of 64-50, some 38 years ago. There's one memorable game that I recall on January 14th, 2000 in McPherson. The Winfield girls jumped out to a 2-0 lead, and then the Mac girls went on a 43-0 run.
Oh my goodness!
To win the game 65-16. So
sheesh,
that's a heck of a run.
Oh yeah, that's a.
I must have made them mad.
I think so.
That's all I can.
You dare take the lead over us, even if it be a small margin?
Pay for that.
And it looks like it's just about the same for the boys. Why don't you give us that history too?
Boys, very similar. The series record is 85-6. And since 1981, McPherson's record versus Winfield is 79-2. This series started further back to 1943, and the last game we played, Winfield, was on February 9th of 24 in Winfield for a 73-32 win. So the 91 games in this series for the boys ranks fourth out of the 112 basketball opponents we've played since 1937, and that ranks behind Newton, Hutch, and Manhattan. Our home record versus Winfield is 42-2. Away record 40-4, neutral site 3-0. Offensive averages for McPherson 69.6 points per game. Winfield averages 46.7 points per game. Average winning margin for McPherson is 25.1 points per game, and for Winfield it's 8.5 points per game. We have a current 57-game winning streak versus Winfield that dates back to 1993, 32 years ago. I remember that one. You remember the losses in this series.
Right.
Highest scores in the series. McPherson scored 104 points on January 17th, 2003 in Winfield for a 104-62 win. And Winfield's highest score in the series is 70 points on February 19th, 1993 in Winfield for a 70-60 win. Largest winning margins in the series. McPherson won by 76 points on January 11th, 2008 in McPherson by a score of 102-26. And Winfield's largest winning margin, I mentioned just a while ago, at 20 points, December 12th, 1980, in McPherson by a score of 65-45, 45 years ago. Coach Kinnaman's record is 52-0, and some of the longest winning streaks. McPherson, playing in McPherson, has a current 40-game winning streak dating back to 1981, and McPherson playing in Winfield has a current winning streak of 28 games. That goes back to 1994. It's about the sum of it.
Yep. A lot of long streaks in this, and you mentioned that you remember the losses, but I wouldn't know because in the 25 years that I've been alive, McPherson has not lost to Winfield.
Yeah, it's pretty dominant.
Absolutely. Well, Mark, we really appreciate you taking the time, and this is the only game for this week, but next week there's El Dorado Girls and then the McPherson Invitational. So it should be a lot of fun next week, and we'll definitely hear more about it next week.
Thank you.
That's Mark Heidebrecht. We'll have more coming up next in the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup Basketball. Find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at adastraradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
The Bradbury Company, headquartered in Mound Ridge, is a family-owned custom equipment builder, and they're hiring qualified candidates for manufacturing roles. Apply online at bradburygroup.com. The Bradbury Company, wishing the best of luck to all the teams.
Hutchinson Community College is enrolling now for spring. Take classes in Hutchinson, McPherson, Newton, or online. They're affordable, convenient, and flexible. Call 888-GO-HUTCH or email admissions@hutchcc.edu today.
From spring planning to landscaping and fall cleanups to winter snow removal, LS Tractor is your warmest pack tractor for all seasons. Our universal skid steer quick attach system makes switching out attachments a breeze, and our tough heavy lifting loaders give you added strength for any job. Start with reliability and power, stay for a wide range of capabilities, attachments, and implements. Get more features for less money. Start blue, stay blue with LS Tractor. Visit Mound Ridge Tractor, where customer service has been our business since 1985.
Vince Lombardi once famously stated, "Individual commitment to a group effort is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work." I'm Keith Razak, and along with the insurance team at Farmers Alliance, we're cheering on all the local competitors this season. Your passion for the game and loyalty to your school fill us all with the sense of pride. Thanks for showcasing top-notch sportsmanship and talent, influencing our community in a positive way. Just remember, at Farmers Alliance, through it all, we're your biggest fans.
Water's Edge Restaurant and Catering has your cravings covered morning, noon, and Thursday nights. In Heston, open Tuesday through Sunday. Join them for an all-day breakfast, classic comfort food favorites, or daily lunch specials featuring a wide and unique variety. Thursday nights come in for theme nights like the famous fried chicken, waffles, burgers, Mexican or Italian, and ask about catering options. Find them online at watersedgeheston.com for menu and catering options.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Winfield High School, home of the Vikings, as the Bullpups are taking on the Vikings for a divisional matchup on the road here. Tip-off of the girls' game is still in just a few minutes. We welcome you back to the Midway Motors Drive to the Game, but this broadcast is brought to you also by Next Tech Wireless. You can stream today's broadcast with the Ad Astra Radio app on your mobile device, powered by Next Tech Wireless. Shop for the latest phones and devices at the best prices. We're brought to you by Pyle Law. If you've been injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident, call Pyle Law, 241-9000. Tom works to get the benefits you deserve. We're also brought to you all season long by McPherson College, Admissions, Erickson Custom Building, Midway Motors, Prairie Land Partners, Thematic, American Family Insurance with Steve Barr, Jar Automotive, and McPherson College Athletics. Time now for the Erickson Custom Building Game Plan. For new construction and remodeling, go online to ericksoncustomBLDG.com. For McPherson, it's find the ways to limit the turnovers and just let the offense flow like it has been for a good chunk of the season. That's one thing that Winfield really struggles at, is the defense. It's something that they want to try to pride themselves in, but they average allowing 44 points per contest, which is about middle of the road that you'd normally see in high school girls basketball, but their offense is also kind of struggling in this one. Winfield's is averaging 28 points a game, McPherson 36 points a game. So if McPherson can keep that defense and just pretty much keep everything flowing on offense, they could get a win today, and the biggest thing for both teams is going to have to be to limit the turnovers. Now, Winfield does have more size because they go through their star Serenity Jones, a 6-foot senior center. She had 10 points against Winfield earlier, or rather, she had 10 points against Bueller. That was last night, is what I should say. She plays for Winfield. But she's the best scorer and rebounder on the team. She's very physical, very tough in the paint. McPherson kind of lacks that size, but makes up for it with some of their perimeter shooting at times. So those are the Erickson Custom Building game plans for both teams. They make their way onto the court before the pregame festivities begin in just a few moments. Starting lineups and tip-off is next here at Winfield High School. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup basketball on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
The Scooters Coffee Mom of the Game. Register your mom for a chance to win a Scooters Coffee gift card. Learn more at adastraradio.com. From Scooters Coffee in Hutchinson and McPherson and 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Let the party begin where the pizza never ends. Come fuel up, raise up a cup, gather up your grub at the Hub.
Hey, it's Sammy, inviting y'all to join us in Mound Ridge. We have the station, coffee and bakery for all your ice cream, lotus, and coffee fixes. Enjoy one of our world-famous brick oven pizzas while sharing an appetizer. We are your one-stop shop for your friends and family to gather. Get your grub at the Hub.
When quality of care matters, let the compassionate and professional staff at Hospice and Home Care of Reno County serve you. We are committed to the well-being of our community because we are your neighbors and friends. We provide services such as home health, hospice, private duty, palliative care, and voice care. Count on us to provide your in-home health care services. Wherever you consider home, Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, your local not-for-profit agency serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson. We care how you live.
Controlling your own weather can be easier than controlling anything else these days. This is Julie with RC Heating and Cooling. With a well-working cooling and heating system, you can be in control of your indoor weather at home. With so many things out of our hands, it's a good feeling to have a bit of stability. Call RC for a free estimate on new cooling and heating equipment. Call RC when your unit isn't up to par. Call RC to stay comfortable in any weather. Call RC 241-2787.
Hi, I'm Ryan Page with First Bank Kansas. We go beyond banking to support rural communities and agriculture. Our ag lending team has hands-on experience in farm operations, giving us the insight to serve the needs of your operation. At First Bank Kansas, we look for ways to say yes. Whether it's lines of credit, machinery financing, or investments in livestock or farm real estate, we've got you covered. We're more than a bank. We're your partner in agriculture. Our loans are tailored for your farming and ranching needs. At First Bank Kansas, we know ag. To learn more, visit fbkag.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Winfield High School as the Bullpups are getting ready to take on the Winfield Vikings. The girls' game is tipping off in just a few short moments. We'll get you the starting lineups for both teams in just a moment. But for McPherson, the starting lineup will be as follows. It will be Ellie Bauer, who's a 5'6" senior, the lone senior on the varsity squad for McPherson. Marin Sambo, a 5'6" junior. Brooke Doyle, the leading scorer, averaging 11 points a contest, a 5'9" junior. Riley Whitfield, she's starting to pick things up recently. She had a 5-point outing against Mulvane on Friday. She is a 5'5" sophomore. Finally, Piper Albert, the 5'8" sophomore. She's trying to get things going back into the bucket once again. She had 3 points on Friday, but shot 1 for 9 overall, 0 for 6 from behind the three-point line. But you know what they say? Normally in baseball, they say it. They don't say it a whole lot in basketball, football, any other sport or anything, but in baseball they do. They're due, basically. Piper Albert is definitely due for a big game. She had a 15-point outing to lead the season, have not been in double digits since, but again, she's due for a terrific game. Starting lineup for the Winfield Vikings will be as follows. 5'6" senior, number 3, Rihanna Richard. Number 4, 5'7" junior, Addison Flayton. The 6' senior center, number 15, Serenity Jones. A 5'7" senior, number 21, Layla Harris. And finally, 5'9" senior, number 31, Brooklyn Mortimer. It's a senior-heavy lineup that has a lot of upperclassmen. It's actually 4 seniors and a junior on this varsity lineup for the starting lineup for Winfield. Those are brought to you by Act 360 Insurance. Act 360 Insurance is here to partner in your legacy. Contact agents Darren Eddy or Cody Moores in Inman. McPherson will be in their home red unis with white trims on the shorts and the shoulders, with white lettering and numbering on the front and back. It spells McPherson above the numbers on the front. Those letters and numbers are with a black outline. The Bullpup logo is on the right leg of the shorts, and the Nike logo, the Nike swoosh, is on the left leg. For Winfield, they're in their home whites with blue trim, dark blue at that. It's blue lettering and numbering on the front and back. No outline on those. And above the numbers, it spells Winfield. It has the Under Armour logo on the right shoulder, as well as on the right leg of their shorts, as well as the Winfield logo on both legs on their shorts. Those uniforms are brought to you by McPherson Laundry. Just like the players, McPherson Laundry can help you look like a winner. McPherson Laundry is where to take your clothes. This is one of 3 matchups going on in the division in the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League in Division 3. The other 2 are Bueller on the road against Augusta and Mulvane hosting Circle here tonight. This matchup is the battle between the bottom 2 teams in the current standings. McPherson is at number 5 in the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League in Division 3 with a 1-2 divisional record. Winfield is still winless on the season. No pun intended, I promise. They're 0-4 in divisional play, 0-7 overall. McPherson's overall record is 2-5. Their lone division win was a 2-point win on the road against Circle before the break. That was on December 20th. They grinded out 54-52 victory. It'll be Serenity Jones and Brooke Doyle to tip it up. The McPherson bench is on our right. Winfield's to our left. The official goes in, Winfield logo on the basketball. Toss of the tap, won by Winfield. They'll go from left to right as we view the floor. We are underway for girls varsity basketball between the Bullpups and the Vikings. There is a shot clock here, as well as it will be for every McPherson regular season game. Jones gets it off the feet from Richard, and she gets the opening points to go just a few seconds in. It's 2-0 Winfield. Now, Winfield has not lost to McPherson since Winfield has not beaten McPherson since 1994. It is a 55-game win streak. A bad pass tipped and stolen away. Here comes Winfield, already up 2-0. Controlling the ball out front with a bounce pass near side. Rihanna Richard tried to get it into Jones, but it's stolen away by Doyle. Read that like a defensive back. Up the floor, transition. The layup is good, and the foul. Marin Sambo with the and one. She'll look to give the Bullpups the lead at the charity stripe. They'll call the foul on Layla Harris, which will be the first foul of the game called for either team. Brooke Doyle checks out early. Ellie Paulson will come in for her to get early minutes. We're 51 seconds in, and the free throw will not go down. A fight for the rebound, but Serenity Jones gets it. We're tied at 2, just a minute in. Doyle will go back to the scorer's table. Just a little coaching moment to Doyle from head coach Clint Kinnaman in his first year here at McPherson. On the drive, Winfield has it. Jones at the free throw line against Paulson. Caught up, puts up a floater, crawls on the rim, bounces twice, misses off the far side. Ball fought for in the corner, rebounded by Ellie Bauer. Lost the handle, but is able to push it up ahead. Alvord with a cross-court feed. Whitfield dials up a three off the far rim, off the near rim, no good. Ball tipped about, rebounded by Winfield, poked out of bounds by Whitfield. Rebound Winfield, poked out of bounds Whitfield. So we'll have to see if we differentiate that. It is Winfield's ball as Brooke Doyle does check back in for the Bullpups for Paulson. McPherson in a full court press defensively. Flayton with the ball, has to kick it into the backcourt still. Harris, they have not crossed midcourt. Now they do with 2 seconds to spare. Harris drives, kicks it near side for Mortimer. High pass. Jones inside, floater too strong. Ball tapped back. Winfield racing for it. They can't save it. It's out of bounds and will go back to the Bullpups. Paulson's back in, but now comes in for Piper Alvord. 6:16 to go, first quarter, deadlocked at 2 here at Winfield High School. If you're just joining us, McPherson 2-5 on the year, 1-2 in divisional play. Winfield does not have a win. Shot up by Doyle, misses off the heel, rebounded by the Vikings, but a steal in the paint by Sambo, and she gets hit. Did not put a shot up, but it'll be the second foul called on Winfield in this quarter. It's the first one on Richard. But a side out for McPherson. No, they do call it a shooting foul. So 2 shots are going to go up for Marin Sambo. I think much of the dismay of head coach Jason Venjon, but Sambo misses the first free throw. Free throws have been a bit of an issue for McPherson so far this year. They shot 44% at the stripe in their loss to Mulvane on Friday, 8 for 18. Sambo's second free throw goes in, so the Bullpups are 1 for 3 at the stripe. Sambo has all 3 Bullpup points so far. She pokes it out of bounds. It'll stay with Winfield. In between the free throws, Jersey Alexander checked in. She hit about a 35-foot buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter in the JV game earlier today. So she's probably feeling terrific shooting-wise if she gets her hands on the rock. Winfield plays it in, gets past the Bullpup pressure on the near side, tiptoeing down the sideline. Richard, double team comes with Alexander and from Bauer. Now Alexander picks her up and then it's thrown away. Here comes Paulson coast to coast, stops on a dime, floater won't go. Ball tapped out, whose ball? It'll stay with McPherson. Just 5 seconds came off the shot clock in that possession on that transition go. 5:40 to go in this first quarter. We'll have some substitutions as checking in for the first time will be Ines Marino, who's a foreign exchange student from Barcelona, Spain. Off the inbound, it's tipped, stolen away by Winfield. Mortimer going coast to coast, tried to kick it inside, out of bounds, tipped off of Jersey Alexander's hand, and will stay with Winfield. Also checking in the last dead ball was Paisley Curtis and Tegan Seitzinger. Played into the corner, catch and shoot 3, misses, but an offensive rebound, stick back won't go for Winfield. Fought for on the baseline and taken by Doyle. She's looking to push. Can she go the full 84 feet? Euro step, left-handed floater, misses, and rebounded by Winfield. McPherson having their opportunities to score, but falling short. They only lead 3-2, 5:15 to go first quarter. On a curl, Winfield with the ball. Seitsinger had the ball poked loose by Doyle. Seitsinger gets it back after it bounced over her head. Almost went out of bounds. Instead kicks it out front for Curtis. Now back to Marino on the left side into the corner. Driving to the bucket floater. Too strong by Flayton. Rebounded by McPherson. Doyle with another board. Here she comes, stopping just in front of the three-point line. Into the corner for Bauer. Caught up. Are they going to call her for a travel? Yes, they will. Shuffled her feet just a touch down the baseline and called for the turnover. But it's still a 3-2 McPherson lead. 4:45 to go first quarter. Still full court pressure. They play it in on the far side ahead of midcourt. Holding the ball is Curtis. Has to kick it into the backcourt, and they're going to call a backcourt violation for Marino. She tried to jump into the front court, but she did not have 2 feet established beyond midcourt. Therefore, it is a turnover, is what the officials say. So it is a turnover, and McPherson will get it back. Head coach Jason Venjohn is not happy with the call whatsoever. Bryn Littlejohn just checked in, kicks it out. Alvord for 3, hits it too strong, rebounded by Winfield. Here come the Vikings, still down 3-2. Here, 4:20 to go first quarter. Out front with the ball, Flayton kicks it into the left wing for Paisley Curtis, who was an all-league honorable mention in volleyball earlier this fall. Here's a long 2 put up by Winfield that won't go, but a long rebound by Winfield, who then gets fouled. That's Flayton with the board and got hacked. First foul called on McPherson in this quarter. End of this game, of course, as Piper Alvord will be called for the harm. All 3 points for McPherson are from Marin Sandbo off of a layup, a potential and 1, but missed the free throw. Then went 1 for 2 on another free throw trip later on in the quarter. The only 2 points for Winfield are from Serenity Jones, who just checked back in, and that was 10 seconds into the game. Since then, Winfield scoreless. On the drive, ball fought for as it was tipped and stolen by McPherson. Near the baseline on the other end, Paulson now up ahead for Whitfield on the right wing. Double comes as Winfield now runs a zone. Here's another tip pass and a steal. Up ahead of the floor, Mortimer all the way home. Layup will go. Winfield back on the board and now taking the 4-3 lead. 3:40 to go first quarter. Alvord to Littlejohn, who lost it in the paint, and it's stolen away. Here comes Winfield with a 1-point lead. 4-3 the score, a low-scoring affair in the first 4.5 minutes. Near side, a bump foul called, which will be on Piper Alvord, which is going to be her second foul. And 2 team fouls on McPherson. Brooke Doyle's going to come in, but just for Ellie Paulson. Piper Alvord still in the game with the 2 early fouls. Harris to play it in. She does. Jones well in the backfield, but kicks it back to Harris, who will run an offense. It's been kind of a fast tempo attempt as Jones is double teamed, kicks it Harris. Harris driving, bounce pass in the paint, controlled layup, crawls off. Jones fights for the rebound. It's tipped to Harris on the near side. Fresh shot clock. Shot up in the paint by Flayton, won't go, but she gets the board again. Bounce pass to the near side. Winfield keeps it alive. Marino driving, tried to kick it out to Flayton, but it is wide and out of bounds into the front row. Another turnover as we'll see Rihanna Richard come back in for Winfield for Ines Marino. Into the backcourt, a reach-in foul called on Winfield, which will be on Paisley Curtis, her first, team foul number 3. They just played it into Alexander, trying to race up the floor, and then Curtis was called for reaching in. 4-3 Winfield, 2:40 to go first quarter. Again, a very low-scoring affair. A bad pass by Doyle, but it's tipped out of bounds. It will stay with McPherson. Marin Sandbo will come back in, so will Ellie Bauer, replacing Jersey Alexander, and Riley Whitfield for the Bullpups. 2:35 to go first quarter, 23 on the shot clock when they play it in. Bauer kicks it out front, Sandbo on the right wing, back to Bauer near side, dials up a 3 and connects. The first 3 of the game for either team, and it comes from Ellie Bauer to give the Bullpups a 6-4 lead. 2:20 to go first quarter. Harris dribbling through traffic, past the press, kicking it to the near wing. Controlled, now out front Jones with an up fake, now driving past Littlejohn, but a shot blocked by Doyle and taken by Littlejohn. Good defense by Brooke Doyle. We've seen that time and again. Bauer on the right wing, kicks it into Doyle, has the taller Jones on her, kick out near side. Alvord now out front, back to Alvord with a bounce pass. Doyle in the corner, wanted a three, but did not fire, now drives, tough shot up, won't go, good defense by Jones, but a rebound by Sambo. Nobody for the Bullpups thought she was going to get it. A pass goes out of the arms of Littlejohn, out of bounds, and will go back to McPherson. But the shot clock did not reset because the shot by Doyle did not hit the rim, so there was 9 on the shot clock. Riley Whitfield's back in. 1:40 to go first quarter. Bullpups lead by 2. They play it in. Again, 8 on the shot clock. Doyle on the right side fires a long 2. Swish. Doyle's first point of the contest. 8-4 McPherson. 90 seconds to go first quarter. Winfield in the backcourt. Ball poked loose. They get it back. They just have a couple seconds to cross. It's out of bounds. Oh, we're going to get a foul. No, we're going to get a foul on Sambo. One official ruled out of bounds. The other said a foul. The foul overturns it. Coach Clint Kinnaman not happy with the call. That's team foul number 3 on McPherson. The first one called on Marin Sambo. That resets the shot clock, so it gives Winfield an extra chance to cross it, because if it was an out-of-bounds call, they would have had about a second or two to try to cross midcourt. They don't this time. They had a fresh 10. Near side, Winfield still with the ball, dribbling it out on the near side, kicking it into the corner. Flayton lost it out of bounds. It'll go back to McPherson. Eight to 4, McPherson leads over Winfield. Coach Kinnaman wanted an explanation from an official. The official said that Sambo reached across her body. Coach Kinnaman saying that she didn't even touch her. But we're well past that as there's 60 seconds left in the first quarter. Bullpups with a 4-point lead. Winfield with a bounce pass. Doyle double team. Cross-court feed. Bauer wants another 3. Hits another 3. Ellie Bowers 2 for 2 from downtown. And the Bullpups lead 11-4. They are on an 8-0 run. Here comes Winfield, a hard screen in the backcourt. A stop on a dime by Richard. Has to give it up, finding Venjon, who just checked in before the last break. 35 seconds left. Flayton with the ball, lost it, fighting for it, and a jump ball, the arrow to McPherson. Good defense by Piper Alvord to force the jump ball, and it is another turnover. McPherson will have the ball, 31.8 to go. First quarter, shot clock turned off, up 11-4. Sambo kicks it out near side. Bauer stepped up, wanted another 3, but slowed it down instead. Whitfield with an up fake, driving baseline floater, won't go, would not have counted. A foul called on the drive on Winfield. 20 seconds left to go in the quarter. Again, shot clock turned off as Jersey Alexander will come in. They'll play on the baseline. It is the 4th team foul. Richard now with 2 fouls. 20.1 to go. Inbound into the corner. Sambo driving. Sambo floater. Too strong. She fights for the rebound. Does she come down with it amongst the trees? No. Winfield gets it. 12 seconds left. Almost losing it near side. Flayton crosses midcourt. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. Flayton lost it again on the baseline. Alexander the steal. 2 seconds. 1 second up ahead. Doyle gets it off. A long 3 that misses short. Don't know if it would have counted, but that's the end of the first quarter. The Bullpups lead it 11-4 over Winfield. We'll step aside, and the second quarter will come up right after this from Winfield High School. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to McPherson High School basketball on KMCP.
Experience the best in customer service when you call Alliance Agency, Inc. for a Buckeye Insurance Group personal insurance quote. Alliance Agency, Inc. can provide insurance coverage to meet your family's needs. Protect your financial future by calling Alliance Agency, Inc. at 620-241-0213. Buckeye Insurance Group and Alliance Agency, Inc. working together to protect you.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
McPherson leads 11-4 over Winfield here in the early going, 1 quarter in the books here at Winfield High School. McPherson trailed 4-3 with about 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter, but then went on an 8-0 run, including a couple of threes made by Ellie Bauer. She's the leading scorer with 6 points so far. Behind her, 3 points by Marin Sambo and 2 by Brooke Doyle. Meanwhile, for Winfield, they're 4 points, 2 of them by Serenity Jones, the other 2 by Brooklyn Mortimer. Winfield will have the ball to start off the second quarter. Jones had it, had to kick it out into the perimeter. It was poked loose, but Mortimer tracks it down. Now here's a steal. Whitfield driving all the way. Tough layup, won't go, tipped out of bounds. Will stay with McPherson. Just 5 seconds came off. They say the shot did not hit rim, so no reset here of the 35-second clock. Bounce pass into the lane, and a kickball, I believe, will be called, which I think should reset the shot clock. I'm not sure. Or did we have a different call? No time came off. Doesn't matter too much either way. Whitfield to throw it in. She does a deep inbound. Sambo bounce pass. Doyle gets around Jones and scoops it up and in. What a move by Brooke Doyle to somehow lower the shoulder, get past her, and then we'll have a foul called on Marin Sambo off the inbound. Sambo's called for 2 fouls now. Only 2 bullpups with fouls, 4 of them in total in the 1 quarter plus that we've played. 2 on Sambo, 2 on Alvord, as we'll see Audra Sambo come in for the first time for Marin Sambo. Winfield to play it in the backcourt. Again, that's going to be tough for me to not confuse in my own brain. And here's a steal by Sambo. Audra Sambo at that. She goes the other way and lays it in. Audra Sambo turning defense into offense, and we'll have a timeout called by Winfield. 15-4, McPherson leads over Winfield. 7:27 to go here in the first half. We'll take a timeout with them as it's a full timeout called by Winfield. And we're back after this from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
A special service for a lost loved one is the first step in healing. Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home can help you plan that special service to honor your loved one. That specialized service that calls together the hearts and the minds of all who love them. It's a gift of memories and healing, a priceless gift for peace of mind. A fitting way to say goodbye to someone so loved. Leave it to Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
15-4 Bullpup lead. Since about the 3.5-minute mark of the first quarter, McPherson has gone on a 12-0 run. It's 7:27 to go in the second quarter. So the second quarter just began. McPherson continuing on this run. Winfield called their first timeout. They have 4 left in the game. McPherson still with all 5. Here's a deep softball pass by Jones that goes over the head of her intended target, but it's saved by Fleeton. No, she had her toe on the blue sideline. Out of bounds, back to McPherson it goes. Blue and white are the Winfield colors at midcourt. It has kind of like a WV in the middle. It looks like a V, but then with a little arch mark where you would have for a W, pretty much to spell Winfield Vikings. McPherson with the ball, bounce pass onto the free throw line. Paulson lost it, but Audra Sambo saves it out to Whitfield. Bauer into the corner, Doyle for 3, short, and rebounded by Jones of Winfield, and they get it back. Looking to slow down this run that they're on the bad end on, but they lose the ball. Diving forward is Sambo. Now a struggle for the ball. And we'll have a jump ball called. The arrow back to McPherson. It's the second tie-up that we've had so far. 15-4. Again, McPherson leads, and they have the ball. 6:40 to go. Second quarter. Whitfield with a handoff to Sambo. Into the corner, near side, Bauer. Can she hit another 3? It's not going to count. We have an offensive foul called on an illegal screen on McPherson on Riley Whitfield. Thought we were going to have a substitution, and Coach Kinnaman says not yet. Now here's a deep pass. It somehow finds Flayton all the way past the defense. Her layup won't go. Rebounded by Paulson. Paulson came in late, disrupted the shot. Now McPherson the other way. Bauer with a bounce pass to Whitfield on the far corner, waving the ball around. Still a zone defense. Looks like a 2-3s defense. A zone by Winfield, I should say. Right wing bounce pass now inside. Doyle, no look pass. Sambo, a 17-footer, no good. Rebounded by Doyle. The scoop back is good. 6 points on the game for Brooke Doyle. 4 of them in this quarter. 17-4, Bull Pup lead. 6 minutes left first half. Jones held up in the backcourt. They got to push across, and it's stolen away. A 10-second violation actually called on Winfield. They tried to push it ahead, but there was no possession. I thought it was stolen, but in fact it actually went off of the foot of Whitfield. So instead, it just goes the other way off a 10-second violation. Now a near platoon swap coming in for McPherson. Amory Lowry is in for the first time in this game. The second game she's played all year. Bryn Littlejohn is back in, and Carly Cooper in for the first time. Cooper on the near side had her 17-foot shot blocked and taken by Winfield. That was blocked by Reagan Richard, the sister of Rihanna Richard. But a deep pass out of bounds off of Winfield. It'll go back to McPherson. It's another turnover. I talked to Winfield's broadcaster. He says that's something that Winfield has really struggled with, is the turnovers. And McPherson kind of has as well, but they've kind of quenched that over the past few games. McPherson with it. Littlejohn fires from the elbow. Perfect. Bryn Littlejohn's first points of the contest. 19-4. Bullpups lead. It is a 16-0 run. 5:15 to go in the first half. Here's the ball tipped about by Bauer and stolen. Bauer up ahead, one-on-one, all the way home. Too strong on the layup. Offensive rebound by Sambo. Back to Bauer, 10-foot shot, too strong. Ball tipped out of bounds off of McPherson. Bullpups had a couple of good opportunities right there, but just falling short. As checking back in will be Ines Marino for Winfield. Vikings to play it in on the baseline against full court pressure. As getting it right after the rebound is Griffin, and it's stolen away by Sambo. Sambo drives and gets her ball stolen away. Good job by Curtis to just swoop in and steal the rock. Winfield crossing midcourt. Bauer trying to poke the ball loose. She does not. Griffin has it on the near side. That's Brielle Griffin. And Winfield still with it on the left wing. Seitzinger holding the ball. Now finally dribbles. A handoff that is tipped and stolen away by Sambo. Gets around a defender. Sambo up ahead to Cooper. On the near side, Cooper steps back. Had Lowry inside, but does not find her. Sambo, far side, long two. High archer is short. Ball tapped back. McPherson gets it back. Bauer into Littlejohn. Littlejohn, tough left-hand layup. No, but she's fouled. And Bryn Littlejohn will go to the free throw line. McPherson has also not quite drawn a whole lot of fouls this year. They did in the first half against Mulvane, but not quite in the second half. Seitzinger called for her first. Bryn Littlejohn at the line, hits the first free throw. Littlejohn did not go to the charity stripe on Friday. Jensen Alexander comes in for the first time. Or no, she'll actually check in for Littlejohn after the second free throw. But Brooke Doyle did check back in, and so did Riley Whitfield. Jensen Alexander still at the scorer's table. Littlejohn's second free throw rattles home. So now Jensen will check in. But now 4 points, 4 straight points for Bryn Littlejohn. Bullpups lead 21-4. Winfield with another substitution as Addison Flayton will come back in for Tegan Reitzinger. So now we'll get things back underway. 4:16 to go. First half, 21-4 McPherson, an 18-0 run since halfway through the first quarter. Crossing over, ball poke loose. We're going to have a double dribble, actually, because it went off of the right leg of Griffin, and she still kept possession, then dribbled again. So they'll rule that a double dribble. Audra Sandbo back in for McPherson. And in for the first time is Carson Hutto, a 5'8 freshman for Winfield. You'll hear a lot of another Hutto in the boys game, that being Evan, which we'll talk about once we get to that point. 4:05 to go. McPherson with the ball. Cooper, triple team, had to kick it out. It's tipped out of bounds and will stay with McPherson. Coach Van John thought it was just off of McPherson, but they say it was not. Does the three-man crew. Whitfield on the near side after the inbound. Jensen Alexander with it. Bounce pass. Doyle looking for help. Deep pass. Here's Whitfield driving. Finds a lane, but misses the layup on the run. And a foul called on Doyle trying to fight for the rebound, which will be her first foul and team foul number 3 of the quarter for McPherson. But that one was an open lane. The seas kind of parted and then kind of collapsed back in on that shot attempt by, I believe it was Sandbo, but did not go as Serenity Jones comes back in for Winfield, and Piper Albert and Maren Sandbo will come back in for McPherson. (21-4), Winfield to play it in the backcourt again. Full court pressure by the Bullpups as they play it in near side. Curtis guarded well. She picks up her dribble, needs help, and we'll have a timeout called by Winfield. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 3:41 to go. First quarter, 21-4, Bullpup lead. I'd like to thank our sponsors, including Scooters Coffee. Nominate your mom to win a Scooters Coffee gift card and be named a Scooters Coffee Mom of the Game. Sign up on the free Ad Astra Radio app. Scooters Coffee, be amazing. Also like to thank our sponsors, TC Construction, Hometown Outdoor Power, Farmer State Bank, Crop Lumber, Mound Ridge Tractor, Happy Egg, Blue Stem Communities, and Hospice and Home Care of Reno County. Some score updates we're getting by our Ad Astra Radio crew, especially one, I believe. Do we have an update for Bueller and Augusta? Looks like we do not, but other ones around the area, especially the one on Mix 96.7. Hillsboro girls trail 24-20 over Haven at halftime. Winfield to play it in. Here's a deep inbound into the front court that's knocked away and stolen by Alexander. Alexander fights off the defenders and gives it up in the backcourt to Sandbo. And now here come the Bullpups. They run the offense. Sandbo out front with a bounce pass. Alexander into the far corner. Doyle for 3. Short. Ball tipped. Doyle got it back. Drives in. Floats and scores. 4 made buckets. 8 points for Brooke Doyle. 23-4 Bullpups. Here's a deep pass and now a 3-on-3 transition break. And we'll have a reach-in foul called on McPherson on the drive, which will be the 4th team foul. If it's on Alvord, that is her 3rd. And indeed it is. Alvord called for reaching in. And she'll have to now head to the bench for Maren Sandbo and Alvord. So Winfield will play it in on the baseline just to the right of their basket. Team foul number 2. Now person has the ball. Out front with it is Bauer. Back to Whitfield. Bounce pass. Little John on the baseline. Needs help. Finds it. Whitfield now back out front for Bauer. Bauer on a stop and go. Whitfield 3. High arcer. Too strong. Long rebound. And they'll just let it go out. And it'll go back to Winfield. Bullpups trying to fire from distance, which is something they really struggle with against Mulvane, shooting just 2 of 17. We'll have a violation on the inbound called on Winfield because Jones crossed the stripe when trying to inbound it. Play offensively, still against 2-3 zone pressure. Not a whole lot of pressure, actually just a 2-3 zone. Alexander out front. Whitfield, extra pass, but Bauer lost control. They swing it back outside from left to right. Got it back. Bauer drives into the corner. Sandbo, Audra Sandbo with that. Goes back out to the perimeter. Now the shot clock reads 10. Inside Alexander from Field. Good idea, but just did not go into fruition. Here come the Vikings on the Mortimer. Guarded by Bauer. Morons. Winfield still held scoreless. They've been scoreless for about the past 10 game minutes. And still now a 20-0 run by McPherson. 1:55 to go first half. Whitfield ahead of the floor. Cooper now right wing, back out front, near side. Bauer from the corner. Defender closes in on her, so she has to give it up, but Bauer fires from the elbow off the side iron. Ball fought for into the corner on the far side. Winfield somehow saves it. That was Marino up ahead near side to Flayton, who lost it. Was it tipped? No, it was not. Back to McPherson it goes. Tegan Seitzinger is back in for Winfield with 93 seconds left in the half. Whitfield with a defender coming in on her in the backcourt, gives it up with a bounce pass. Bauer now pushes ahead on her. Bauer out front for Doyle. On the right wing, back to Bauer. She tries a three, misses off the heel, and a foul on the rebound on Riley Whitfield, which will be free throws coming for Winfield because the Vikings are in the bonus. That is the second foul on Riley and the 15th foul. So shooting 2 at the line will be Addison Flayton. So Flayton looking to get her first points, and the first points for Winfield since halfway through the first quarter. She does not on the first attempt. The two Sandbows will check in, Audra and Marin checking in for Whitfield and Bauer. 1:17 to go in the first half. 23-4 McPherson. Can Flayton for Winfield try to cut into it? Second free throw up and well short. Did not hit the rim. So it is a sort of, I don't know what the official ruling on that, just free throw violation, I'm not sure, but the official kind of twirls his hand saying a violation and back to McPherson basically. So Bullpups still have it. Up 23-4, 1:10 to go, first half. Pass inside, Littlejohn turns, shoots, misses from the elbow. Offensive rebound by Doyle, who then gets bumped. Foul on Flayton, which will be her first. And team foul number 3 on the Vikings with 1:05 left. They play it in. It finds Doyle. Doyle floats, but gets her shot blocked and taken by Winfield. Doyle was just cutting in right off of the inbound, but was not able to convert. 52 seconds left in the half. Driving, shooting, and scoring is Mortimer. The first point since about halfway through the first quarter for Winfield. Finally stopping the 22-0 run, and Coach Clint Kinnaman wants a timeout. 23-6, McPherson leads. 47.8 to go first half. It's a full timeout, so we'll take one with him. We're back after this from Winfield High School. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
Parking lots and driveways can be expensive to install. Just some services we provide. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Winfield High School. 47.8 seconds to go in the first half. Bullpups lead 23-6 over Winfield, but Winfield finally stopped a 20-0 McPherson run since halfway through the first quarter. But it's still a 17-point Bullpup lead. McPherson will have the ball right after this timeout. Kinnaman called his first of the game, so he has 4 left. So a 17.8 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here in this first half. Don't forget to tune in to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report once this first half comes to a close. Littlejohn on the near corner finds Whitfield, now back out front as they work it around the perimeter. Far corner, Littlejohn fires from 15, just too strong. Doyle taps it back to Bauer. Fresh shot clock, but a pass inside. Whitfield can't score, but she's fouled. How about the pass from Bauer, though? Somehow threw it above everybody's head. I don't know how she even saw Whitfield in the paint, but she did. Foul called on Winfield. Foul on Seitzinger, her second, and Riley Whitfield at the line for 2. Looking for her first points of the game. She'll get it on the first free throw. Leading scorer for McPherson is Brooke Doyle with 8. Ellie Bowers behind her with 6. Jensen Alexander in from Aaron Sandbo. Ellie Paulson is at the scorer's table, likely to check in for Whitfield if she hits this free throw. 28.1 to go in the half. A spin of the ball, bend at the knees, second free throw, swish. Free throw numbers getting a little better for McPherson after struggling the past few games. 25-6, Bullpup lead, 28.1 to go in the half. Addison Flayton will come back in for Winfield. Griffin to play it in on the baseline, looking, finally finds Flayton against full court pressure, but they break it and cross midcourt on the far side. Curtis with a high pass on the near end. Griffin into the near corner. Mortimer with it. Now back on the near side. Griffin had it poked loose. Mortimer finds it. And we have out of bounds off of Winfield, they say. I believe they said Mortimer was, or rather she touched the end line and did not reestablish position when she got the ball. So we'll see Regan Richard come back in for Winfield. 12.7 to go in the half. McPherson with the ball up 25-6. They play it in, now look to push. 10 seconds, now 8 seconds when they cross midcourt actually. Alexander, 5 seconds, high pass Doyle in the corner. She fires a three. That's off the mark, and that's the end of the first half. The Bullpups have a 25-6 lead through 16 minutes of play as we head into halftime. The Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is next from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
You're listening to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. Great Plains Federal Credit Union, placing people before profit. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
Discover everything Great Plains Federal Credit Union has to offer. From savings and checking accounts to retirement planning and loan services, we want to be your full-service financial partner. We will greet you with a warm smile and a helpful attitude. And when you're on the go, you can always take advantage of our online services and mobile app. As a member, you will be a co-owner in our credit union just like us, so you know we will always have your best interest at heart. Great Plains Federal Credit Union with locations in Salina, Abilene, McPherson, and Hillsboro. Member NCUA.
Hi, this is Lucas Raleigh with Raleigh Insurance. If you are thinking about shopping your farm or ranch's insurance, let us do the shopping for you with our newly expanded markets and carriers. As an independent agency, we've been working with family farms and large commercial farmers across Kansas for the past 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.biz, see me in Little River, or
Forget enrollment for youth indoor soccer ends this Thursday. Again, indoor youth soccer.
Raleigh Insurance. Get your free quote today.
It's halftime. Let's talk about what's going on around the area and in the world of sports with the Ad Astra Radio halftime report. The divisional round of the NFL playoffs is now officially set following the conclusion of the wild card round last night as the 10-7 Los Angeles Rams upset the 14-3 Minnesota Vikings 27-9. The Rams were the better seed, however, came into this game as nearly 3-point underdogs against a team who just finished behind the Detroit Lions in the NFC North. However, it was the defense of the Rams that stood tall, forcing 2 turnovers and not even allowing a touchdown until 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The offense for LA led 24-3 at halftime and then continued that, winning by 18 points. The Rams will be on the road against the Philadelphia Eagles next Sunday to continue the divisional round. It is one of 4 games in the divisional round, which will be this upcoming weekend. The Chiefs will start things off at home against the number 4 Houston Texans. Then in the NFC, the number 1 Detroit Lions will host the Washington Commanders. The Eagles and Rams will then kick off next Sunday to start it off. And then the final of 4 games will be one of the more exciting games to watch in the AFC between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. But some more big news came out of the NFL. It involves the Dallas Cowboys as head coach Mike McCarthy will not return as the Cowboys coach next year. His contract with the Cowboys expired last week. The team had an exclusive negotiating window, but they were not able to negotiate a new deal for McCarthy, so he will not be able to coach for the Cowboys. He is expected to interview for the Chicago Bears head coaching job that is opening up for this next season. The Cowboys finished 7-10 this past season, but McCarthy had the 4th highest win percentage as the Cowboys coach in their team's history at 58% of their wins. It also tied for the 8th best record in the NFL during that span. But despite being 49-35 in his 5 years in Dallas, he only won 1 playoff game. The Cowboys will now be on the hunt for their 10th head coach in the program's history. However, the next coach will be their 7th head coach since they won their last Super Bowl in 1996. K-State basketball is concluding their homestand tonight at Bramlage Coliseum against Texas Tech, a team who is receiving votes in 11-4 on the season. And K-State looking to turn things around as they are 7-8 on the year, 1-3 in conference play. That game tips off at 8 o'clock tonight. But the 9th-ranked Jayhawks will battle against the number 2 team in the land on the road as KU will head to Ames, Iowa to face the Cyclones of Iowa State. That game tips off tomorrow at 6 o'clock and will air on ESPN2. You can also hear coverage in the Hutchinson area on 94.7 KSKU with pregame coverage beginning at 4:30. That's your halftime report. More basketball coverage is coming up next.
your bullpup pride with apparel from Artshirt, Gear for Sport at 211 North Main, downtown McPherson. We offer a wide variety of apparel for everyone in the family, offering sizes from newborn all the way to 4X. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season. Go Bullpups!
Hi, I'm Andrew Ealing. I'm excited to tell you about the Poo Squad of Hutchinson. Are you tired of the unpleasant task of picking up dog poop? I can help. We offer a one-time or weekly service for your convenience. Our pricing is affordable and varies based on the number of dogs. For one dog per week, it's only $12 or $52 a month. You can easily book online at hutch.thepoosquad.com or call or text at 620-322-0522. We take a lot of crap from our customers. Contact the Poo Squad of Hutchinson today.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Winfield High School. It's halftime of the girls' game here as the Bullpups have a 25-6 edge over the Winfield Vikings. Bryn Little has 4 points. Audra Sandbo has 2. Riley Whitfield has 2. Marin Sandbo has 3 points as well. So that's the scoring so far for McPherson in this one. For Winfield, only 2 scores as Mortimer has 4 points. The other 2 are from Serenity Jones, which came 10 seconds into the game. But since then, they did not score for quite a while. So Winfield still trying to find some sort of run and stop this 55-game losing streak they have against the Bullpups, which dates all the way back to 1994. But McPherson in the driver's seat right now with a 19-point lead. 25-6 is the score. Second half is coming up right after this from Winfield High School. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
More of the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is coming up after this. Next, we'll recap tonight's first half stats. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Get your equipment prepped and ready with Prairie Land Partners Power Inspection Program. Trust John Deere certified technicians to give your machinery a thorough checkup, ensuring peak performance when it matters most. Whether it's mowers, gators, skid steers, compact tractors, or big ag machines, Prairie Land Partners has you covered. Don't wait. Call, stop by, or visit prairielandpartners.com to schedule your inspection today and keep your equipment running strong.
Prairie Land Partners.
Are you building a house?
A swimming pool?
Are your lights flickering?
Call Schmidt Electric.
That's Schmidt Electric. 620-960-6755. Schmidt Electric will take care of all your electrical needs.
Got Spock?
At McPherson Center for Health, your well-being is our priority. With ER wait times averaging just 11 minutes from door to provider, you'll get the care you need fast. McPherson Center for Health, caring for you close to home.
We're Stamatic of Central Kansas, with a new location at 209 North Main in downtown McPherson. We are here to help, offering water, fire, and smoke restoration, mold remediation, carpet and upholstery cleaning, as well as hard surfaces like LVP, tile, and even grout cleaning. Honey, don't forget about the places you can't see, like air ducts and dryer vents. Find us on Facebook or online at stamaticofcentralks.com for a free estimate.
Honey, don't forget
to see how Stamatic of Central Kansas can help you.
Honey, don't forget.
Call Stamatic, you'll be ecstatic.
This is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers. But did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Winfield High School. Second half action nearly about to start here in Winfield as the Bullpup girls lead the Vikings 25-6 through one half of play. For Winfield, they've turned the ball over quite a bit. Of course, don't have the exact numbers for you on how many times they've had, but it's been at a high mark. Credit the McPherson defense for doing so. They've gotten to it's not really, not a whole lot of them are self-inflicted. They've just gotten to passing lanes, poked the ball loose time and again. So the defense for McPherson has been pretty touch. 2 free throws coming for Serenity Jones as we get back out of the timeout. Jones' first free throw misses strong off the heel and backboard. Jones sporting the bright pink shoes against the white uniforms. Her second free throw, banked in. Hey, if it works, it works. She's got 5 points on the game, 25-9 McPherson. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Bauer out front with the ball, swings it near side. Sambo with a bounce pass to Doyle on the baseline. Back to Sambo. Guarded well, again a 2-3 zone, but we're going to have a travel on Ellie Bauer. So a turnover, back to Winfield it goes. We're a minute into this third quarter, and Winfield with a strong start to the second half. They played into Jones deep into the front court and then back near midcourt. As they'll slow it down, Harris controlling it near side for Mortimer. Holding the ball near side, finally dribbles and gives it up. But a bad pass out of bounds. Harris tried to give it to Richard, but just was wide and went into the front row, as we'll see Paisley Curtis come back in for Winfield. So now McPherson back with it. They cross midcourt on the far side, just one in the backcourt trying to press, and then they work into the 2-3 zone when they cross. Alvord on the far side. Whitfield almost stepped out of bounds. She just tiptoed her way on the sideline. McPherson keeps it. Alvord fires a 3. Misses short. Long rebound. Whitfield gets it on the baseline. Fresh shot clock for McPherson. Alvord drives, floats, misses just strong. Ball tipped out of bounds. Whose ball? It goes back to McPherson. Shot clock reset. It's now at 34. 6:14 to go third quarter. Bullpups get it back. With another fresh possession, they play it in. Sandbo catch and shoot 3, too strong, out of bounds. It'll go back to Winfield. So the Bullpups will head to the bench because of that. Jensen Alexander comes in. So does Jersey Alexander for McPherson for Alvord and Whitfield. 6:10 to go third quarter. Winfield to have it again against full court pressure. Here's a deep pass, but Mortimer was across the baseline when she threw it in. So that is an inbound violation. Back to McPherson off the turnover. So the Bullpups will play it in baseline. Sandbo, deep inbound. Bauer almost had a poke loose, hit off of her shoe, was able to keep it from going across the midcourt stripe. Now Paulson, far side. Sandbo is called for a travel. Bullpups have not scored yet in the second half, 2 minutes into this third quarter. But on the other end, Winfield has only scored 3. Played into the backcourt, almost losing control. Bauer steals it at midcourt. McPherson the other way. Sandbo on a stop and go. Out front, Alexander. Jensen Alexander, cross-court feed near side to Jersey Alexander. She spins, kicks it back to Jensen. Now Sandbo in between the rings. Bounce pass Paulson from the free throw line. In and out. That was 3/4 of the way down. Alexander comes in to try to tie it up. Jump ball. The arrow keeps it with McPherson. 5:40 left in the third. And timeout now called by Winfield. We'll go ahead and take one with them. Just a 30-second timeout. Back after this. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Life's better when you're under our roof because our agents can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family can have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams.
Visit your local American Family Insurance agent, Steve Barr, at 807 North Main, McPherson.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Bullpups will inbound as we are at the 5:40 mark left in the third quarter after Winfield called their third timeout, or rather, their third timeout. They have 2 left. McPherson has it. Sandbo on the left wing looking for help. Bounce pass. Alexander back to Sandbo. Open for a 3. Too strong. Long rebound by Winfield. Fleeton had it but stepped on the baseline. McPherson's had their chances, but have still just not been able to get the ball in the basket. And they have not scored in this half yet. Sambo with a deep inbound as they get it to Bauer. Bauer double teamed off of the zone defense. Inside Paulson almost walked. Jersey Alexander had the ball tipped. Finds Bauer. Now Jensen fires from 15. Way too strong. Winfield finally with a clean rebound. Here come the Vikings the other way. Mortimer out front with a handoff. Right side to Curtis. Now back out front. Getting leveled is Richard. Foul will be called on Jensen Alexander, which will be her first. And the second team foul, and we'll have a full platoon swap for McPherson as checking in is Bryn Littlejohn, Piper Alvord, Carly Cooper, Brooke Doyle, and Riley Whitfield. So Winfield will play it in on the far sideline. Had just a little break to set the alternate possession arrow. It was pointed towards McPherson when it should be Winfield. Winfield plays it into the backcourt, but a backcourt violation because Flayton had it in the front court across the stripe, then lost it, went back across the line to pick it up. That's a violation. So McPherson has it with less than 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Still 25-9 Bullpups. Cooper on the baseline, lost the handle, gets it back, guarded well by Flayton. Now drives and a foul called on Winfield, which should be on Flayton, I believe, as now an official will come in with the number, and it is Flayton, which is her second. Team foul number 1 on Winfield. They play it in. Doyle shoots, misses. A fight for the rebound as Whitfield falls. Winfield gets the rebound. Here come the Vikings. Far side almost lost it. Now back out front. Seitzinger kicks it near side. Mortimer drives. Defender falls down. Layup no, but a foul called on McPherson, on Brooke Doyle, I believe, for a blocking foul. Indeed it is. Doyle's got 3 fouls, 2 for 2 at the stripe. 25-11. McPherson leads 4.5 minutes to go third quarter. McPherson leads 4.5 minutes to go third quarter. But McPherson outscored in this quarter 5-0. They get past the pressure inside. Whitfield lost it, stolen away by Winfield. Richard with the steal off the carom. Now ball tipped out of bounds off of Alvord. Good defense by Piper, but it'll stay with the Vikings as Serenity Jones will come back in for Regan Richard. McPherson, again, has not scored in this quarter. It was 25-6 at halftime. It's now 25-11. They want to go with a deep inbound. Tipped by Littlejohn, taken by Doyle. Good defense by Bryn. Here comes Doyle the other way, driving, Euro step, scoop layup, misses. They say out of bounds off of Winfield. They say it was blocked out of bounds, I believe. So McPherson keeps it. Shot clock at 20, oddly enough. Thought it should be less than that. There's a deep inbound, which finds Cooper on the far side. I said 20, should be more than that, not less than that. My apologies. Bounce pass out front. Doyle, shot clock at 10. Near side, Whitfield steps up into the corner. Alvord, 6 seconds, gets bumped with a blocking foul, so that'll be a fresh shot clock. Team foul number 2 by Winfield, and this one called on Rihanna Richard, which will be her third. So Bullpups played in, fresh 35. Alvord, catch and shoot 3, short, rebounded by Winfield. Marin Sandbo will head to the scorer's table. Coach Kinnaman was not happy about the quick trigger. Winfield with it. Now we'll have a foul called on Winfield. It is on Jones for an offensive foul. Thought they were going to call it on Littlejohn for a second. No, but they call it on Serenity Jones of Winfield, her first, but team foul number 3. Coach Jason Venjon not happy with the call. Still waiting for play to come in. So now they finally play it in. Sorry for the long pause. Kind of trying to listen in, but at the same time, I really shouldn't. It's more for the fans. McPherson with it, far end into the far corner. Cooper with it. face guarded, and ball poked out of bounds off of Winfield. They say it was tipped out of bounds, and then it was a late whistle, I believe. The Coach Venjon not happy with the call because it was caught by Whitfield. But I think they were saying the ball touched out of bounds after it was tipped, and now we'll have a tie-up, the arrow to Winfield. Things are getting a little bit heated here in this third quarter, mostly between coaches, but not really the players that much. You know, the players just playing some sound basketball. 25-11, McPherson leads, 3:15 to go in the third. Mortimer across midcourt, getting a screen, gets bumped, foul called on Littlejohn, which will be her first, but team foul number 4 now on McPherson. 3:09 to go in the third. We've had a lot of stoppages in play. It looks like the boys game will be played a touch later than anticipated, which is usually a 7:30 tip-off. Which kind of stinks because it's an hour 45-minute drive. Here's a catch and shoot three that goes in for Marino, her first points of the game. 25-14 when McPherson now leads over Winfield. Whitfield. And now we're going to have a warning called on Jason Venjon, which stops play right as they cross midcourt. Ellie Bauer will come back in. As I was going to say, you know, it's an anticipated 7:30 tip-off, but it's a school night, and it's an hour 45-minute drive back to McPherson. McPherson with the ball. Bauer on the left wing, looking inside, now stops. No-look pass near side. Whitfield. Back out front for Sandbo. Back to Whitfield near side. Fakes, bounce pass, Alexander. Whitfield has it again after a tipped pass. They're still on the perimeter. Now work from right to left. Bauer kicks it near side. Sambo with an up fake. Pulls up from the elbow. Misses strong. Rebound fought for. Alexander comes down with it. Fresh shot clock. Bauer into Alexander. Lost it. Dove for it. Finds Sambo. McPherson keeps the possession. Still against zone defense. Bauer steps up, wants a three, too strong. Littlejohn fights in, tips it, Sambo got it, and a foul called on Winfield. So they'll play it in on the baseline with a fresh shot clock. And it will be the fourth team foul called on Marino, her second. Regan Richard comes back in, so does Rihanna Richard, rather. An 11-point Bullpup lead. They led by 19 at halftime. They still have not scored in this quarter. 2 minutes left in the third. Sambo, cross-court feed. Whitfield catches it, drives on the baseline, floats, misses short. Rebounded by Winfield. They could cut it to within single digits right here. And we'll have a bump foul called on Sambo, which puts Winfield in the bonus. Just near the midcourt stripe, and Sambo now has 3 fouls. And it'll be Mortimer going to the line. She was 2 for 2 in her last trip. Again, a chance to cut it to within single digits. McPherson has just gone ice cold to start off the half. First free throw rolls in, and it is a 10-point game. 7 points for Mortimer as Alver, Doyle, and Audra Sambo check in for McPherson. (25-15) McPherson. 1:46 to go. Third quarter. Second free throw, no good. Long rebound will go to Doyle. But Winfield on a 9-0 run. Bauer gets bumped in the ear. No call. Here's a bad pass that is tipped and stolen in the corner. On the near side, Richard held up defensively, but they somehow kick it up ahead. The shot clock did not reset. And now it does late. So that gave him an extra about 5 seconds. Winfield with it. Mortimer for 3. Too strong. Doyle gets the rebound, got bumped, tried to save it, hit off of the schnoz of Flayton and out of bounds. So it'll go to McPherson, but we'll check on Flayton, make sure she's okay. No malicious intent as Ashley Venjon will come in for Winfield. McPherson with it, up 25-15, 1:14 to go third quarter. In the backcourt, Doyle almost shot in the wrong basket, jumped for it, caught it down, that's a travel. Timeout McPherson, my oh my. Coach Kinnaman wants to talk things over as the Bullpups are still just up by 10, but have been outscored 9-0 in this quarter. 1:09 to go, third quarter, 25-15 Bullpups. We're back in 30 seconds from Winfield High School. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
Whether you love them or can't stand them, surprises are a part of life. Hi, I'm Aaron Mayfield, your McPherson Edward Jones financial advisor, and I can help get you ready for whatever life throws at you. As your needs change, we can change what you need to do to help you end up where you want to be. And while there is never a good time to experience unexpected costs, we can work together to help make them feel a little less unexpected. Call me at 620-241-4484. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
25-15 McPherson leads, but outscored 9-0 so far in this third quarter. McPherson turned it over on a bit of a wacky play as Doyle almost shot it in the wrong basket. Second guess, they'll play it into the inbound. Richard had it tipped loose near side, and we're going to have a foul called on Audra Sandbo of McPherson, which will send Winfield back to the free throw line as the Vikings are in the bonus. So 2 free throws for Paisley Curtis, looking for her first points of the game. Does not get it on the first try, but she misses too strong. Flayton comes back in for Winfield. She'll come in for Serenity Jones. Second free throw is up and short. Ball fought for. Winfield almost had it. Audra Sandbo just ripped it away. Here comes McPherson on the other end. Ball almost stolen, but Whitfield tracks it down. Doyle near side, wants a three, hits a three! Brooke Doyle finally stops the cold snap by the Bullpups with a three-point bomb. She has 11 points, and it's a 28-15 lead. Winfield crosses past the pressure inside. Foul called on McPherson before the shot, but it is 2 shots coming either way. It's on Piper Alvord. Now she has 4 fouls. Coach Clint Kinnaman wanted a travel, did not get one. But Alvord will have to go to the bench as Marin Sandbo will head to the scores table. 38 seconds left in the third. First free throw's good for Flayton. This one to bring it back to within 11, 28-16. McPherson, 2 clocks separated by 3 seconds. Flayton's second free throw, good. 2 for 2 at the stripe. And she'll come out now. Nope, she'll stay in. Brielle Griffin comes back in, but replaces Brooklyn Mortimer. McPherson with the ball in the backcourt against pressure. Pass to Doyle. Under the basket on the wrong end. Now here comes McPherson in a 3-on-1. Extra pass not needed, but it was tipped. Sambo got it back, but she got fouled. And McPherson now in the bonus, so now Audra Sandbo will go to the line for 2. Foul on Flayton, her third. But Audra Sandbo will get her first trip to the line. She has 2 points today. 28-17, McPherson leads. First free throw good. Serenity Jones comes back in for Winfield. So does Ines Marino. Sambo's second free throw on nearly a jumper is what it looked like, but the free throw's good. 2 for 2 at the stripe is Audra Sandbo. Jensen Alexander. 29 seconds, shot clock turned off in the third quarter. 30-17. McPherson leads Winfield. Who will shoot the free throws? It will be Ryanna Richard. First free throw is up and misses. Off the side iron, off the backboard, and falls off. So now 3 quarters of play. Fourth quarter coming up after this. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
Are you in need of an engine or transmission replacement? Jar Performance Automotive in McPherson is your preferred installer for Jasper engines and transmissions. We understand that engine replacement is one of the most expensive repairs your car will ever need. However, you can take advantage of our Napa Easy Pay financing and spread your repair expenses over 12 months with no interest.
Trust Jar with your car.
Not 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
30-10. Bullpups lead over Winfield, but that was a sluggish third quarter for McPherson, getting outscored 12-5. Not hitting any shots, getting the ball turned over time and again. A lot of stoppages in play in that third quarter. I didn't really get the exact time for when that third quarter started, but it felt like a couple of hours. Probably more like 20 minutes, but still. But now 3 quarters down, 1 to go. McPherson with it, only up by 12. They led at the half by 19. McPherson on the near corner, Doyle for 3. You bet! Another 3 goes down for Brooke Doyle. She has 4. Wants to answer with a 3. Misses strong. Rebound McPherson. Jersey Alexander crosses over, up ahead. Far side, Whitfield into the corner for Doyle. She fakes, now drives baseline. Somehow tight ropes her way inbounds. Ball out front, tip, but taken back by Jersey Alexander. Our corner, Doyle, now bounce pass. Little John against Jones. Left-hand hook shot blocked and out of bounds. Will stay with McPherson. Shot clock is at 8, though, when they play it in. Whitfield will throw it in to the left of the basket. Into Doyle, caught up by her teammate. She then turns, lays it up, but it's not going to count. A travel called. So a turnover will take it the other way as check it back in will be Ines Marino for Winfield. Winfield has played 12 different players. They throw it into the backcourt. Winfield going up against the pressure, getting past it, stopping on a dime and a travel called. Trying to keep the pivot foot down was Mortimer's court. Winfield going up against the pressure, getting past it, stopping on a dime and a travel called. Trying to keep the pivot foot down was Mortimer. She was not able to do so. So McPherson gets it back. Doyle up ahead to Whitfield as they cross the midcourt stripe. 7 minutes to go. 33-18 Bullpups. Near side, Audra Sandbo. Cross-court feed out front. Whitfield drives, floats, and hits. 33-18 Bullpups. Near side, Audra Sandbo. Cross-court feed out front. Whitfield drives, floats, and hits. Riley Whitfield with her first bucket of the game. Here's a steal by Doyle right after the inbound. She gets fouled, puts it up and in. Does the shot count? Yes, it does. Falling down, somehow crawled in, and Brooke Doyle with a chance for an and one. Ines Marino called for the foul, her third, but what a shot by Doyle. 37-18 Bullpup lead now. She has 16 points. Does Doyle a chance to make it 17, which she does. So now, what do we have here? We have a foul on Riley Whitfield, I think. So now, what do we have here? We have a foul on Riley Whitfield, I think. No, it's on Audra Sandbo for holding, I guess, before the ball was even thrown in. First team foul, Sandbo's third in this fourth quarter. 16 foul, Sandbo's third in this fourth quarter. 6:40 to go. Jones looking to inbound it, finally does. Hands it off to Curtis about a foot away from the baseline. Curtis crosses midcourt, gets bumped. Foul on Sandbo, and now she's got 4. So Marin Sandbo is going to have to come in for her. So she'll check in. Also checking in is, or rather, I thought it was going to be Mortimer checking in, but she was just on the near side at the scores table to inbound it. Mortimer still looking, plays it in, tipped by Whitfield. Somehow they get it back. Curtis on the far end had it tipped by Sandbo. Out of bounds, they'll let it go, and it will stay with Winfield as they'll play it in on the near side in front of their bench. Still 6.5 minutes to play, 6:28 to be exact. 38-18 McPherson. Inside, ball tipped by Littlejohn. They get it back, though. Now it's finally stolen. Flayton got it back, but then lost the handle. Whitfield got it off the carom. Here comes McPherson. Sambo stops on a dime to Whitfield. Now far side for Alexander. Alexander drives, kicks it left side. Whitfield, no look pass. Littlejohn has her shot blocked from the elbow. Taken again by McPherson. Alexander bounce pass inside. Tough shot up, turning, shooting, and missing is Doyle, but a foul called on Jones. Brooke Doyle will go to the line. Still a 20-point lead, though, for McPherson. It's their largest of the game. They're on an 8-0 run to start off the quarter. First free throw for Doyle rattles home. $18 points for Doyle as we'll have a near platoon swap. Jensen Alexander, Carly Cooper, Ellie Bauer. Check in. There's only 4 on the court. So Ellie Paulson comes in. I think somebody was not supposed to check out, but works either way. Second free throw, Doyle, perfect. 2 for 2 at the stripe is Brooke Doyle. 19 points for the junior. Winfield trying to cross midcourt, they do, as Doyle was guarding Curtis pretty well. Curtis picks up her dribble, was held up by Alexander. Jensen Alexander at that. Here's a pass that's tipped in, stolen by Doyle. 3-on-1 break. Doyle bounce pass, Alvord inside, lays it up and in. Alvord with her first points. And now we'll have a timeout called by McPherson as Doyle trips and falls on the other end of the floor. But McPherson calls a timeout up 42-18. It's a 24-point lead. 30-second timeout, so we will just keep it here. This broadcast is brought to you by Scooters Coffee. Nominate your mom for a chance to win a Scooters Coffee gift card to be named the Scooters Coffee Mom of the Game. Sign up on the free Ad Astra Radio app. Scooters Coffee, be amazing. Also like to thank our sponsors, First Bank Kansas, Scooters Coffee, Farm Bureau with Luke Bauer, Farmers Alliance, Headland Electric, the Bradbury Company, The Hub, and MTC. 5:36 to go. McPherson's lead is 24. They're up 42-18. 5 on the floor for McPherson are Jensen Alexander, Carly Cooper, Ellie Paulson, Piper Alvord, and Ellie Bauer. 5:36 to go. McPherson, after enduring a bit of a scare, has started this quarter on a 12-0 run. Finding their identity once again. Winfield with it. They cross midcourt on the far side. Richard has it out front, ball above her head, now dribbles with the left hand, kicks it near side. Flayton driving, pull up from 12. Too strong, rebound McPherson. Jensen Alexander with the board. Here come the Pups. Alexander right-handed dribble near side. Bauer fakes, now drives. She's called for a travel. Looks like they set an extra step when trying to race inside as Ines Marino comes in. Seeing more Winfield students come in. Looks like it's a ocean-themed or maybe Hawaii-themed night. I'm not 100% positive, but there's a lot of pool floaties and pool noodles. So maybe it's pool day, I'm not sure. Winfield plays it in and crosses midcourt. Handoff on the near side, Marino far corner to Flayton. Driving baseline, we'll have a foul on McPherson, which will be the third on the Pups. And it's on Carly Cooper, which is her first. 42-18, 5:02 to go. Bullpups lead. Winfield to play it in to the right of the basket. They do a rifled pass out front. Curtis finds Flayton near side. Flayton had it poke loose, but a reach-in foul will be called on Jensen Alexander. Her second, team's fourth. McPherson playing very physically defensively, which has costed them at times, helped them in others. And by costed, I mean, mostly just committing a lot of fouls, as Amari Lowry will come in now for Jensen Alexander. Next foul on McPherson puts Winfield in the bonus. They play it in to Richard. Inside, foul called on McPherson again. This one's on Piper Alvord, and that's her 5th. She's done. And Winfield is in the bonus, so Alvord will finish today with just 2 points. Maren Sambo will come in for her. We'll also see Rihanna Richard check in for Ines Marino. But Flayton will shoot 2 as the Vikings are in the bonus with 4:54 left, 42-18 McPherson. A spin of the ball by Flayton. First free throw's good. 3 points for Flayton, all of which coming in the second half. Just 5 different scores for Winfield, but they only had 2 different scores in the first half. Second free throw is good as well. Flayton with 4 points, all from the charity stripe, and it's a 22-point lead for the Bullpups. 42-20 with 4:50 left. Sambo needs help. Finds Lowry far side, and up ahead to Paulson as they just cross midcourt. Bauer out front near side. Sambo fakes as a double comes. Sambo drives, floats, misses. Rebounded by Cooper, or rather, yep, that is Cooper. Outside, Lowry long 2 off the side of the backboard. Another offensive rebound. Bauer wants a 3. Crawls off. Rebound fought for on the deck is Flayton, and a foul called on McPherson. A late whistle. Foul on Paulson. She did not agree with the call. It's her first, but again, Winfield's in the bonus, 4:25 left. So now free throws coming again for Flayton, who was 2 for 2 in her last trip. As more fans start to file in here at Winfield High School. First free throw in and out. It's kind of an overhead walkway. This gym kind of becomes a pit from the main floor. There is sort of a bottom floor, but it's mostly locker rooms and bathrooms and then, exits. Second free throw comes in from Flayton, so she's 1 for 2 at the stripe. But there's kind of an overhead walkway with a railing where people can come in and watch. Kind of like what you see at the Roundhouse, except it's rectangular, not a circle. A steal by Winfield. On the other end, a foul on Sambo. So Mortimer will go to the line for 2. Maren Sambo called for the harm. She has 4 fouls. So a platoon swap will come in for McPherson after the first free throw, as it will be Riley Whitfield, Brooke Doyle, Jersey Alexander, Audra Sambo, and Bryn Littlejohn. Coming in for everybody. First free throw is no good, just crawled off the rim. Especially more Bullpups are getting into foul trouble. 22 fouls in total called on McPherson. Second free throw is good. So Mortimer goes 1 for 2. We'll have a timeout called by Winfield. Full timeout, we'll take one with them. 4:16 to go, 42-22. The Bullpups lead over Winfield. We're back after this. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers is all about the good and creating more of it. More drive-through celebrations, more weekend traditions, more family dinners and lunches, more car picnics and road trips, more desserts, maybe more second desserts. More celebrating being together as much as we can. There's always room for more good and more Freddy's. Keep the good going with a taste that brings you back.
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers in Hutchinson and McPherson. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
4:16 to go here at Winfield High School. Bullpups lead by 20. 42-22 is our score. Again, 4:16 to go. Do have a final in the Buhler game on the road against Augusta. The Crusaders, defeated Augusta 49-39 on the road. Buhler's now 6-1 and 4-0 in league play. We'll see if we can get an update from Mulvane and Circle. McPherson has the ball after a timeout was called. A ball that goes out of the hands of Whitfield. A dive for the ball, a skirmish for it. Jump ball, the arrow to Winfield. Winfield has 1 timeout left. McPherson with 2, I believe, off the top of my head. So now they don't have the timeout totals on the scoreboards here, kind of like you would see at the Roundhouse with kind of the center scoreboard. Winfield on the far side as they try to give it up. Flayton had it poke loose, stolen away, foul called on Winfield. It will be on Curtis. Just the 3rd team foul. No, rather they called on Flayton, which is our 4th, but it is the 3rd team foul. Thought they were going to call it on Curtis for reaching in. Still against full court pressure from McPherson. 4 minutes to go. Doyle near sideline. Finds Sambo now far side. Whitfield with a no-look pass. Little John on the baseline. Double team, has to give it up and does. Working it around. Extra pass. Sambo into the corner for Little John. Had the ball poked loose. Somehow it found Doyle. She misses the shot, but she's fouled. And Brooke Doyle's going back to the line. Doyle has 19 points. Her season high is 22, which came against Bueller back on the 17th. That was 22 of the team's 44 when the Bullpups lost 55-44. But Doyle at the stripe. First free throw rolls in. They called the foul on Rihanna Richard, by the way, which is her 4th. Ines Marino will have to come back in. She has 3 fouls. 3:45 to go. Second free throw. Doyle in and out. Rebound by McPherson. No, I thought they were going to get the rebound. There was a whistle. Foul on McPherson on Bryn Littlejohn. Coach Kinnaman's not happy. He says, what do you have to do? Look towards the assistant coaches, especially to Anthony Broder, and ask, hey, what do you got to do? 2 shots coming for Flayton. Again, Winfield's in the bonus. 3:44 to go, 43-22 Bullpups. Flayton's first free throw is good. Both boys' teams, or at least the McPherson boys' team, eagerly waiting to warm up on the floor. But still 3:44 to go. Second free throw off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Littlejohn. Littlejohn up ahead of the floor, far side, crossing midcourt. Littlejohn steps back, looking, backdoor feed. Here comes Whitfield driving all the way. Shot blocked, tipped high in the air, out of bounds, off of McPherson. It'll go back to Winfield. Winfield trying to get a rally going, but still down by 20 with 3.5 minutes left. Winfield with it, out front with the ball is Curtis, guarded by Jersey Alexander. Curtis hit it off of her leg. Alexander tried to steal it, could not control it, had the ball on the sideline out of bounds. It will go back to Winfield. Now the shot clock reset. So Winfield will have a fresh 35 on the 35-second timer. Play it up ahead of the floor on the far side. Regan Richard hands it off. Doyle tried to poke it loose or wrestle it away. Jump ball, the arrow to McPherson. With 3:10 left. Bullpups to play it in. Sandbo to Alexander. Up ahead to Doyle on the far side. Just waiting until the defense gets past her. Now crosses midcourt. Doyle drives all the way home. Layup no, but she's fouled. Doyle back to the line. We've now reached 7:30, which was the presumed start time for the boys' game. The boys' game will more than likely start at nearly 8 o'clock at this point. Flayton calls for the foul. She's got 5, so she's out of the game. Brooke Doyle will go to the line. We'll see Ashley Venjohn back in. Doyle at the stripe, first free throw, misses short. Carly Cooper also comes in for the Bullpups. Ellie Paulson's at the scorer's table, trying to make it a 21-point lead. Doyle's free throw's good. So 1 for 2 that time. 21 points for Doyle. They played it in. The buzzer sounded, but the game was already going, so they don't stop it. So Winfield still has it. Less than 3 minutes to play. 44-23. Bad pass stolen by Sambo. Sambo across midcourt on the near side. Ball above her head. Finds Littlejohn. So they can slow things down. Sambo slows it down again. Had an opening on the right side, but she just wants to milk the clock. Here's one that's tipped off of. We're going to have a backcourt because Jersey Alexander lost it off her foot. Looks like gained contact with the ball. We'll have a timeout called by Winfield. Another full timeout, 2:36 to go. Bullpups lead 44-23. We're back after this from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
Take your game to the next level at McPherson College, home to KCAC champions, NAIA All-Americans, and champions of character. McPherson College is a growing campus with expanded athletic facilities, updated dorms, and a new student center opening in 2025. Learn about our 40-plus majors and pre-professional programs, scholarships, and graduating without debt at macbulldogs.com. Your journey to greatness starts here. It's a great day to be a Bulldog.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
2:36 to go, still in the girls' game. 44-23, Bullpups lead. We've had a lot of stoppages in play with fouls, timeouts, the like. You name it, we got it. And still 2.5 minutes left. Yeah, the boys' team going to be starting a bit later than anticipated, as we're at 7:34. Normally, boys' games start at about 7:30. Well, I haven't really seen that much from McPherson yet. Winfield with the ball, they play it in, and we'll have a tip and a reach-in foul called on Jersey Alexander. Bonus for both teams. So going to the free throw line will be Carson Hutto. Full platoon swap coming in from McPherson. They called the foul on Audra Sambo, or Jersey Alexander rather, her first. First free throw clinks off the front rim, no good. Brooke Doyle, Marin Sambo, Jensen Alexander, Ellie Bauer, Riley Whitfield back in for McPherson. 2.5 minutes left, 2:33 to be exact. Second free throw for Hutto is up. Misses wide left, rebound McPherson. Bauer got the rebound, near side Sambo against pressure. Sambo crosses midcourt, that's Marin Sambo at that. Stops on a dime, far side for Bauer. High pass near side, Doyle for three, you bet! Brooke Doyle again, 24 points, a new season high. 47-23, Bullpup lead, 2:10 left. A handoff, Griffin on the near side, kicks it out front for Hutto. On the right wing, she stops, back out front. Curtis now hands it off. Venjon back to Curtis. Curtis almost walked near side into the corner. Three is blocked and rebounded by McPherson. Bauer almost double dribbled. She did double dribble. And Bauer knew it. 1:48 to go now. A 24-point Bullpup lead, 47-23. Venjon to play it in. She does. At the one of the volleyball lines on the near side, painted in gray. Three on the way by Griffin, won't go. Rebounded by McPherson. Whitfield with the rebound. Near side Sambo. Here's a cross-court feed. Jensen Alexander in the corner to Bauer. Whitfield out front. She wants a three. She'll hit the three. Riley Whitfield from downtown. 7 points for the sophomore. And it's a 50-23 Bullpup lead, 27 points. Griffin wants to answer with a three. No good, too strong. Whitfield with the rebound. She gets bumped and a foul on the Vikings. Riley Whitfield will shoot two as Regan Richer is called for the harm. So now another full platoon swap for McPherson as it'll be Audra Sambo, Ellie Paulson, Carly Cooper, Amory Lowry, and Jersey Alexander set to check in. 72 seconds left, 50-23 McPherson. If they're able to get three more unanswered points, it's a running clock, but again, there's just 1:12 to go. First free throw, Whitfield misses side iron. Everybody but Lowry will check in. Whitfield with another free throw, 1:12 left. Second free throw up and short. Rebounded, long rebound, tipped, and Winfield gets it. Griffin with it. Brielle Griffin taking the ball up. The daughter of the head coach for Southwestern College football. She turns it over, though. Here comes Audra Sambo, coast to coast. Layup blocked. A fight for the ball. Winfield got it back, or got the rebound, but then a bad pass out of bounds. It'll go to McPherson. 54.2 to go. Amory Lowry now comes in for Whitfield. Checking in for the first time will be Cashley Hedges, a 5'2 junior for Winfield, so she can get some playing time. This win for McPherson will move them up to 3-5. Paulson had her shot blocked, rebounded by Winfield. Then John trying to turn around and find somebody, finally does find Griffin. Griffin across midcourt, far side, Hutto fakes back to Griffin with a jab step. Griffin hands it off. Hutto on a curl from right to left. Hedges near corner, or near wing rather, back out front. 30 seconds left, 15 on the shot clock for Winfield. Pass inside, Richard turns, shoots, misses. Everybody on the deck, we have a foul. Who's it on? I think it's on McPherson. As bodies fell down, and 2 shots are coming for Winfield because they're in the bonus. It's on Carly Cooper, which is her second. Not like it matters much. But 2 free throws coming for Winfield. Shooting is Regan Richard. She didn't think she was going to be shooting. She was in the rebounding lane. But now she'll shoot 2 with 22.4 to go. First free throw, misses side iron. Shot clock turned off for the rest of the game, 22.4 seconds to go. Richard's second free throw is up and crawls off. Ball fought for near the baseline, and a foul called on Winfield as Paulson got the board, but Paulson will now shoot 2. 50-23, 20.6 left. Again, there's a boys game coming up 20 minutes after this, of course, well after what we anticipated. A lot of fouls, a lot of stoppages in play. Yeah, we started the broadcast just an hour ago. 2 hours ago, my apologies. 2 hours ago. First free throw's good for Paulson. That's her first point of the game. And now in for the first time is McKenna Meeker for Winfield, 5'6 junior. Sporting number 32. This one to make it a 29-point Bullpup lead. Paulson's second free throw misses strong, rebounded by Winfield, 18 seconds left. Griffin on the far side, down the sideline. Griffin drives, floats, misses, but a foul. 12.7 left, foul on Alexander. Jersey Alexander, her second. Now Brielle Griffin at the line for 2. I mentioned Father Brad is the head football coach of Southwestern College, which is here in Winfield. First free throw does not go down. Southwestern had a great year in football, went 11-2, lost in the second round of the NAIA tournament. The second free throw does go in for Griffin. They actually lost to the alma mater of my sibling, that being Indiana Wesleyan. McPherson with it, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They're just going to dribble out the ball, and that's going to do it. Final score, McPherson gets their 3rd win of the year as they win it 51-24 over Winfield. Bullpup Locker Room Show is coming up right after this from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
Coverage of Bullpup Basketball continues next with the Bullpup Locker Room Show. Stay tuned as we name tonight's play and player of the game. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Bullpup fans, want to make a real difference in McPherson? Join the Bullpup Booster Club today. The Bullpup Booster Club proudly supports all student programs and activities, helping our teams, clubs, and organizations succeed. Your membership helps fund uniforms, equipment, and so much more for our students. By supporting the Booster Club, you're backing all the Bullpups. Visit bullpupbooster.com to join today. Together, we're stronger. Go Bullpups.
This is Leah Amdahl from Farmers Alliance and proud mom of Bullpup number 58. After living in several different places prior to settling in McPherson, our family truly appreciates the feeling of community we found here. Being a part of Farmers Alliance crew also fills me with pride as we root for our local community, students, and coaches, both in the game and beyond. While you hustle for that victory, we're on the sidelines safeguarding our customers. At Farmers Alliance, we're thrilled to be a part of this fantastic community, and we can't wait to cheer on all our local teams to success.
Need secure storage for your RV or boat? Check out the brand new Countryside RV, Boat, and Self-Storage in McPherson. Located on 16th Avenue near Crable's Meats. We offer 15 by 50 fully enclosed storage units and covered outdoor storage. Call or text today at 620-755-6586. Countryside RV, Boat, and Self-Storage. Your storage solution.
It's certainly been a while since we haven't seen them at number 1. And heck, we didn't even see them at number 1 to start off the year. But they're at number 3 right now, and they've stayed that way for the past few weeks. So that is exactly where McPherson is, and we'll see how they can push their way forward again. There's not really a whole lot they can do to get past that. Because, again, they're the best-ranked team in the 4A West, but Baldwin and Ottawa are the only teams in their way. The only way that McPherson could play Baldwin or Ottawa is in the state tournament. They did play Baldwin last year in the state tournament and defeated them. That was in the semifinal game before defeating Hugoton, of course, being named undefeated state champions. We'll step aside. We'll give you starting lineups coming up right after this and tip-off between McPherson and Winfield. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
And now will you please... More of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, and Hillsborough for every mile of life. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
The Bradbury Company, headquartered in Mound Ridge, is a family-owned custom equipment builder, and they're hiring qualified candidates for manufacturing roles. Apply online at BradburyGroup.com. The Bradbury Company, wishing the best of luck to all the teams.
Hutchinson Community College is enrolling now for spring. Take classes in Hutchinson, McPherson, Newton, or online. They're affordable, convenient, and flexible. Call 888-GO-HUTCH or email admissions@hutchcc.edu today.
I'm Jared. Since 1948, we at Krupp Lumber in Heston have been helping customers all over the state choose the perfect lumber, right tools for the job, and provide quality products to make their homes stand the test of time. Krupp Lumber has all the best brands like Milwaukee Tools and outdoor power equipment, Marvin and Anderson windows, and R.D. Henry cabinets. Ask about our in-state delivery. Check us out at krupplumber.com. Krupp Lumber. Service is our specialty.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
The Winfield Pep Band playing us out in the national anthem, as now the starting lineups will be announced here at Winfield High School, as the Bullpups and the Vikings of Winfield will square off for a divisional matchup. Let's give you the starting lineups for McPherson to start off. There will be Cade Strathman, Jet Pyle, Bishop Brown, Gabe Pyle, and Ian Razak. For the Winfield Vikings, the starters will go as follows here in this one. They are Evan Hutto, a 5'11 junior, 6' senior Carter Hoyt, 6'2 senior Drew Graham, 6' junior Kellen Gibson, and 6'5 senior Christian Moree. Again, Moree is the leading scorer, averaging 23.9 a contest. One of the best scorers in the state of Kansas, without a shadow of a doubt. He's had double-digit points in every game, has scored at least 24 times and at least 30 twice this year. McPherson's leading scorer, of course, is still Gabe Pyle, the 6'6" shooting guard. The tallest man on the team, but plays at the shooting guard spot. 21.1 points a contest. He had 20 points against Mulvane last Friday. But also, there have been guys that have stepped up. Jet Pyle had 15 this past Friday as well, and that's a guy who was not playing 100%. He had been dealing with healing from his sprained ankle. He sprained his ankle in the circle game back on December 20th, had to miss the game against Bishop Miege. Got the time to rest up over winter break, but still, the ankle is still healing, but he's able to play on it. So he's pretty much good to go. He has been good to go, and 15 points when you're not 100%, it's pretty darn impressive. But also Bishop Brown, just 5 points a contest, but he had 10 points, which tied a season high. That was on Friday. Ian Razak has shined in front of our eyes. He's a guy that only averaged about 2 points a game last year. 12 points a game is his average now this year. He had exactly 12 points. He also had 8 boards, which led the team on Friday against Mulvane. He's been terrific in the low post and has, again, he's improved so much. Now, of course, part of that could be because he's getting more playing time. He was the 6th man, as Gavin Weedle last year was the starter, Weedle, all the way, by the way, playing football right here in town in Winfield at Southwestern College. But, I digress. It'll be Gabe Pyle against Drew Graham at midcourt. McPherson wearing their home reds, Winfield in their home blues. Uniform is brought to you by McPherson Laundry. Those starting lineups are brought to you by Ag 360 Insurance. Toss of the tap won by Winfield as Morey drives. After it was hit by Pyle to him, he misses a layup, but he's fouled. So Christian Morey's going to the line, and already an early foul on Bishop Brown for McPherson. Ag 360 Insurance sponsors the starting lineups. They're here to partner in your legacy. Contact agents Darren Eddy or Cody Moores in Inman. McPherson Laundry, just like the players, McPherson Laundry can help you look like a winner. McPherson Laundry, it's where to take your clothes. First free throw, missed side iron. Second one, rolls in, hit the front rim, hit just about every part of the rim and fell in. 1-0 Mulvane, 5 seconds in. Again, it was tipped by Pyle, so it was one on their side, but it went right to Christian Morey in the front court. He drove inside, drew a foul. Jet Pyle, catch and shoot three. You betcha! Swirled home. He was falling down as well. It may have been hit, but no call, but he'll take it. 3 points for Jet Pyle to start things off. 3-1 Bullpups, 25 seconds in. How about that hot start? Hutto has it stolen away by Strathman, who then gets bumped from behind. Christian Morey called for the foul. Good defense by Cade. Sure got a proud papa on the bench. Of course, his father, Chris Strathman, now an assistant on the boys' team. As McPherson plays it in. Razak hands it off to Gabe Pyle out front on a curl, going from left to right. McPherson right to left as we view the floor. Jet drives, left-hand layup won't go. Stick back by Razak won't go. Brown collects, goes down, shoots and scores. Bishop Brown makes it 5-1 Bullpups in the early going, 50 seconds in. You talk about a hot start, that's one thing McPherson did not have against Mulvane on Friday, and are looking to get one early here in this one. Hutto bounces it to Graham, now out front for Gibson. Gibson crossing over, telling his teammates to move. Morey gets it off a handoff. He's guarded by Strathman. Morey gets a screen, Euro step, tough layup is short. Good defense by Razak, ball tip. Gabe Pyle with the rebound. Here comes McPherson. Gabe stops on the near side, lob pass to his cousin Jet on the far corner. Jet drives, stops at the free throw line. Now they'll work it around once again to draw up a play. Bullpups still have plenty of time as Pyle finds Brown. A fake back out to Gabe in the corner, right in front of the Winfield student section. Jet shuffles his feet, gets a travel called on him as Ashton Malm will now check in for Bishop Brown for McPherson. Malm's been terrific in the past few games. He only had 2 points against Mulvane on Friday, but his defensive effort, it's a lot like if you pay attention to KU basketball, he's kind of like Shaq Moore. He's very quick, hustles to the ball any chance he gets. He's just a sophomore, by the way. Bear that in mind. Winfield with the ball on the near side. Graham held up by Malm, kicks it in. Gibson back out to Graham. Near driving baseline. Got it well by Malm. He picks up the dribble, needs help. Gibson near side. Gibson fakes once or twice. Out front, shot clock to 8. Morey with it, gets a screen. Morey spins the other way, and a blocking foul called on Cade Strathman, which will reset the shot clock. Coach Kinnaman did not like the call, but there was a bump. He was just maybe thinking that it should not have warranted a whistle. So Winfield plays it in, fresh 35 for them. Hutto with it out front off the feed from Gibson. Bounce pass into Morey, was tipped. Morey got it back, floats over Razak and scores. 5-3 Bullpups. Morey has all 3 points for the Vikings. Jet Pyle with it, gets a screen from Razak, drives left, looks into the corner. Gabe, catch and shoot three, misses strong. Razak is there for the board. Bounce pass back to Gabe. He drives, shoots, misses, got it back inside. The reverse layup is good. How about Gabe Pyle? Starting off strong with a couple of offensive boards that time, 7-3. Bullpups with the lead. Brody Seidel will head to the scorer's table as Winfield has the ball, trailing by 4. We'll have a foul called on McPherson. It's on Ashton Malm as Drew Graham trips and falls. They have tripped over the leg of Malm. So Malm's first. Team foul number 3 on McPherson. We're 3 minutes in. But Brody Seidel will come in for Strathman.
Good addition Seidel has been. He's more of a hustle glue guy on both ends of the ball, especially rebounding. He's guarding Moree, which is a good matchup, but a catch-and-shoot three for Graham. Misses off the heel, hit the rim again. Ball tipped. Gabe Pyle tracks it down in the corner. Bullpups with it. Gabe with a right-handed waist-high dribble across midcourt, sprinting up that way. Malm kicks it out, far corner. Jet, another three, misses off the front rim. Ball tipped back into the near perimeter and taken by Graham of Winfield. Malm steps up on Graham. Graham trying to pass him. He hands it off. Moree driving, steps back on Seidel. Almost made Seidel lose his ankles. On the drive, Moree, tough layup, no. Rebounded by Razak. Here comes McPherson the other way. Malm on the near side is called for a travel. It's 2 travels already on McPherson. 4:21 left first quarter. 7-3 Bullpup lead over Winfield. Again, McPherson going up against this Winfield squad who has been miles better than the past few years. They're under first-year head coach Michael Tripp. Already 4 wins for them on the season. They had 2 all year last year. Here's a tough defensive play. Poke loose, stolen away. Up ahead to Gabe Pyle, one-on-one. He'll just dunk it home. Little tap home, I should say, but he maybe had contact with the rim. So you could call that a dunk. The 6'6" shooting guard throws it down. Now he's got 4 points, and the Bullpups lead 9-3. Hutto near side, picked up defensively, poke loose by Jet. Hutto gets it backhand dribble in, does. Pass tip, somehow finds Graham on the ricochet. He's double teamed, needs help, finds it with Moree on the near side. Moree drives in the paint, turns against a triple team, misses a layup, but he's fouled, and Moree will go back to the free throw line. It'll be his second trip as Malm is called for his second foul. Moree went 1 for 2 to start the game when he was fouled just 4 seconds in. First free throw for him is good. He has all 4 Winfield points. It's 9-4 McPherson. Kate Strathman comes in. He replaces Razak. Brendan Doyle will try to race to the scores table. He won't get there in time because Moree now has the ball. Second free throw rattles home. Now Doyle will check in. 2 for 2 at the stripe is Moree. Malm will have to come out with the 2 early fouls. 4th team foul on McPherson, by the way. Winfield was just 1 here in the first. 3:41 left in the period. 9-5 Bullpup lead. McPherson with the ball. Jet Pyle with a chest-high pass to Gabe Pyle. They work it around. Doyle, here's a lob for Gabe. He throws it down. The cousinly duo, Jet Pyle to Gabe Pyle, gets it done again. It's 11-5. Gabe Pyle with 6 points, by the way. Here's a backdoor feed. Moree drives. Tough layup is good. Christian Moree, he's the real deal, but he has all 7 of Winfield's points. Don't expect him to play a full 36. We'll see, though. Jet Pyle kicks it near side to Gabe. Bullpups lead is 4. Chain of D up from the Winfield bench and from the student section. Seidel near side, Jet Pyle now to Gabe on the wing. Bounce pass to Seidel, guarded by Moree. Seidel needs help. Still needs it. Finds Jet near side. Into the corner. We're going to have 3 seconds called on Seidel. I was honestly questioning that. I wasn't going to say anything, but Seidel kind of, when he had possession, he was on the elbow, but in the paint. And I was thinking, man, you got to give it up. But about a couple of seconds later, he's called for 3 seconds. So Winfield gets it back off the turnover. 11-7 Bullpup lead. 2.5 minutes left in the first. Hutto picks up the dribble near side for Graham. We're going to have a foul on Doyle, even though it looked like Graham put out his elbow and it hit Doyle in the chin. But Doyle's called for a blocking foul. And that's the 5th team foul, putting Winfield in the bonus. So Drew Graham is shooting 2 to try to make it a 1-possession game. Graham, the 6'2" senior, getting football college offers. First free throw does not go down. We'll see Deontay Cadillo come in for the first time for Gibson. But for Graham, he actually just got a football offer from McPherson College just a couple of weeks ago. First team all-league wide receiver. Free throw does not go down. Graham goes 0 for 2 at the stripe. Rebounded by McPherson. 11-7, they still lead. 2:20 to go, first quarter. Jet Pyle, bounce pass to Gabe from 15 out.
but he gives it up. Doyle into the corner for Gabe. Wants a three off the top of the backboard. Rebounded by Winfield. Just a tough angle. Now a deep pass. Hutto finds an opening, fires, misses short from three. Rebounded by McPherson. Good effort by Jet Pyle. He taps it ahead to Strathman. Here comes McPherson. 5-on-4 if they hurry, or 4-on-5, I guess. Jet was kind of limping his way up ahead of the floor, but he's back. Gabe wants another three. Misses short again. Rebounded by Morey. Perimeter shooting is something that Gabe has really struggled with as of late. Here comes Morey, coast to coast. Tough layup, no. Got it back and scores. 9 points, all from Christian Morey. And a delay of game warning called on McPherson. Seidel kind of tapped the ball back, but just a warning. Next one turns into a technical foul. As Ian Razak and Bishop Brown come back in, Cole Cooper will also come in for the first time. 11-9, McPherson. But again, Christian Morey with all 9 of Winfield's points. Brown picks up the dribble. Cooper right side for Doyle on the wing. High pass into Razak. Stepping back near side. Brown with it to Strathman. Finds Doyle right wing. Doyle almost walked. Cooper out front, waving the ball around. Brown did walk, took a little hop step before trying to drive. Winfield will get it back. It could tie or take the lead here in the early going, as Kellen Gibson will check back in. Winfield to play it in, 1:10 to go in the first quarter. McPherson's lead is 2, 11-9, but Winfield with the ball. Hutto driving left on Doyle, kicks it left wing for Hoyt. He steps back on Cooper, now drives, got hit, just puts up a wild shot. Morey is there with the tip follow, but it won't go down. Rebounded by McPherson. Bounce pass up ahead, Brown crosses, lost it, out of bounds, and it's Winfield's ball. I think a little too high of a dribble. As checking back in will be Drew Graham. McPherson had a hot start, but now just kind of falling off a little bit, and then Winfield really turning it around. But still they trail by 2. Hutto kicks it to Gibson out front, guarded well by Brown, face guarding him, really tight on-ball pressure. Out front for Morey. Guarded by Strathman. Morey crosses over, steps back. Pass inside, Gibson. Ripped away by Razak. McPherson with the steal. Up ahead to Brown. He has Strathman. Finds him in stride. Strathman misses a layup, but he's fouled. Cade Strathman will go to the line. A blocking foul called. And it's called on Hutto, which is his first foul. We talked about Kellen Gibson. He was the quarterback for Winfield. And he is very talented, as we've seen. First free throw good from Strathman. It rattles home. Strathman's first points of the game. Strathman's second free throw against the noise. In and out. Brown trying to get the board, but it's taken away. Hutto racing far side. Almost lost it. Into the corner for Graham. 12 seconds left. Shot clock is off. 12-9 McPherson. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Morey drives, and we'll have an offensive foul for an illegal screen called on Winfield. Deontay Cadillo is kind of had his finger on his eye. I think he got poked, but he's called for an illegal screen. Just the team's third foul, but Gabe Pyle and Jet Pyle check back in for McPherson. But now they have a chance for the final shot of the quarter. 5.6 left. Jet picks it up. Deep pass for Gabe, 3 seconds. He'll chuck up a three. In and out, and puts another one up at the buzzer. Will it count? It's good. It's a three. He got it off the rebound, just floated it up for a three, and it went in at the buzzer. The three goes in for Gabe Pyle, and it's 15-9 at the end of one quarter. What a play by Gabe. We're back after this for the second quarter. That's coming up next from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
From spring planting to landscaping and fall cleanups to winter snow removal, LS Tractor is your warmest pack tractor for all seasons. Our universal skid steer quick attach system makes switching out attachments a breeze, and our tough heavy lifting loaders give you added strength for any job. Start with reliability and power, stay for a wide range of capabilities, attachments, and implements. Get more features for less money. Start blue, stay blue with LS Tractor. Visit Moundridge Tractor, where customer service has been our business since 1985.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
15-9. McPherson leads over Winfield. A buzzer-beating three by Gabe Pyle. He missed a three with about 2 seconds left. Everybody just kind of let it go. Gabe was the only one that ran for it, picked it up at the near wing, chucked it up, and it went in from deep. So McPherson takes a 15-9 lead, and they have the ball to start off the second quarter. Jet Pyle, far side for Gabe. Gabe Pyle has 9 points. Razak inside, fakes, fools 2 defenders. Maury blocks it. Razak gets it back, scoops it up, just crawls off. Ball fought for out of bounds. No, Maury. Okay, wait a second. We have out of bounds off of McPherson, they say. Maury raced to get the ball. When he had the ball in his grasp, that's when the whistle blew. So I wonder if it was just a late whistle. But Winfield with the ball, their first possession of the quarter, trailing 15-9. Coach Kinnaman getting an explanation from an official on the near side. He's not the one that made the call, though. Hoyt with the ball out front. Hoyt crosses over with a bounce pass near side for Hutto. Hutto drives with a hop step, and we'll have a travel called on Hutto. Christian Maury is the leading scorer for Winfield. He has all 9 points, by the way. So he's not only the leading scorer, he's the only scorer. Patrick Toon will come in for Winfield, sporting number 12, a 5'10" junior. Strathman with the ball near midcourt. Bullpups lead by 6. Gabe in the corner, picks up his dribble, finds Jet right side, fires a deep three, misses off the heel. Gabe keeps it alive. Razak with the board. Into the corner for Gabe. Fresh shot clock for the Bullpups. Jet Pyle, high pass near side, Strathman into the corner for Gabe. Gabe Pyle inside Razak, who gets past Maury, gets bumped. He misses, but a foul. I think it's on the floor either way. It is on the floor, but first foul of the quarter on Winfield, and it's on Gibson, his first. So fresh shot clock as Gibson kind of pulling Razak, no whistle, high inbound. Gabe Pyle lays it up and in. Pyle has 11 points, but Gibson almost had Razak in a headlock is what it nearly looked like, and there was no whistle. But 2 points either way from McPherson. They lead by 8, 17-9, 6.5 minutes to go first half. Holding it on the left wing, now finally dribbling Hoyt. Guarded by Gabe Pyle. Hoyt steps back with a left-handed pass, finds Gibson, unloads for three, misses off the glass, offensive rebound, poke loose. Strathman almost had it, Toon got it back. Toon steps back. Now out front for Gibson. Winfield looking for their first three. They were terrific from distance yesterday against Bueller. But again, all their points from Christian Maury. Gibson on the near wing, asking for help. He steps up, fires a three, hits the three. Razak shed it off, made him pay, was Kellen Gibson. He doesn't shoot from three often, but he got it right there. Here's Jet Pyle driving all the way. Shot up, blocked, and taken by Winfield. Razak pokes it loose, got it back. Razak inside against Maury. Left-hand layup, in and out, but a foul. If that's on Maury, that's his second foul. It is. It's on Maury. He's got 2 fouls. Second foul of the quarter, also on Winfield. Ian Razak at the line for 2. First one in and out. Evan Hutto's back in for Winfield for Toon. Razak looking for one more. This would make it a 6-point Bullpup lead if it goes in, which it does not. He misses. Long rebound for Winfield. McPherson leads 17-12. Here's a deep pass intercepted by Razak. It was intended for Hutto. Razak read it. Gabe Pyle out front for Jet. Jet drives, floats with the left hand, in and out. Rebounded by Maury. Here comes Winfield. Maury gives it up into the corner while on the run. A fake by Hoyt, cross-court feed, Gibson. Gibson steps back, finds Graham for three. Misses short, rebounded by McPherson. Here comes Gabe on the other end. Finds his cousin Jet. Euro step, inside Razak, and a reach-in foul called on Winfield on the floor. This one on Hoyt. Third team foul on Winfield. McPherson not with any this quarter. That one on the floor, I presume. Yep, it is. So they'll play it in on the baseline to the left of the basket. Strathman to throw it in. Strathman looking, kicks it inside. Razak spins past two defenders and lays it in with the left hand. He was able to go right in between Drew Graham and Evan Hutto in the low post and got the lefty scoop layup to Crawl to give the Bullpups a 7-point lead, 19-12 to score. Largest lead of the game for McPherson, 4:45 to go first half. Hutto drives, stops on a dime, steps up, now floats and hits. Hutto's first points of the game, bringing it back to within 5. Right after the inbound, Jet Pyle just rifled it to Gabe. Now back to Jet right wing. Jet fakes into the corner for Strathman, back out front. Bullpups will slow it down. Razak, bounce pass. Strathman got it off the carom. Back inside for Razak, who got bumped, and we're going to have a foul on Winfield. If that's on Morey, that's 3. It is. Morey has 3 fouls. And that is not a good, that's not good for Winfield. Morey, again, their leading scorer. He's got 3, so Deontay Cadillo is going to come back in. 4th team foul on Winfield. Next one puts McPherson in the bonus. Jet on the run, off the handoff, drives, misses the lefty layup, offensive rebound. Razak can't get it to go, but he got it back. Goes up with a wild shot, was bumped, but no foul, taken by Winfield. Deep pass near side for Gibson on a stop and go against Strathman. Double comes. Near side, Graham. Back to Gibson in the corner. Wants another 3. Misses short rebound by Gabe Pyle. Bounce pass into Razak, just out of his outstretched fingertips and out of bounds. That was a terrific pass, maybe just a little bit too much, but a good idea. Brendan Doyle and Brody Seidel will come in for Jet Pyle and Ian Razak, but a timeout called by Winfield. 19-14 Bullpup lead over the Winfield Vikings. 3:51 to go first half. It's a full timeout, so we'll take one with them. Back after this from the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
Hello, I'm Gloria Schrader, a proud McPherson parent and grandparent who believes that teamwork is key to reaching our goals. Working in the claims department at Farmers Alliance, I love seeing our company unite to support our policyholders through tough times. Being a part of a team that helps people rebuild their lives is as awesome as a victory in the big game. At Farmers Alliance, we're excited to be part of this amazing community and thrilled to cheer on all our local teams to success.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
3:51 to go first half. Bullpups lead just by 5 over Winfield, 19-14 over the Vikings. Winfield trying to claw their way back, but their star player, Christian Morey, has 3 fouls here in this first half. He has 9 of the team's 14 points so far. Winfield called their first timeout of the game, so they have 4 left. As Winfield will have the ball and will play it in on the baseline. Faking a deep pass against the full court pressure was Gibson. Instead just threw it in short near side for Graham. Gibson got it back. Gibson hands it off. Graham with a double team. Tough shot up, won't go. Rebounded by Strathman, and a foul called on Graham. McPherson's in the bonus, so Kate Strathman will go to the line for 2. It's his first. But again, the 5th foul. So Strathman at the stripe. Went 1 for 2 in his last trip, his only trip so far. Gabe Pyle, the leading scorer, still with 11 points of the team's 19. Jet Pyle is 3. Bishop Brown and Ian Razak each have 2. And Strathman still with 1 as he misses the first free throw too strong. Zane Cramp will come in for Winfield. 6'4" sophomore. Coming in for Deontay Cadillo. Second free throw, misses. Ball fought for, Brown gets the offensive rebound. McPherson with a fresh shot clock. Gabe Pyle fakes, gets a screen from Doyle.
Gabe steps back, finds Doyle on the near side, and a pass back out front, I should say. Gabe Pyle again, drives out front for Strathman. Strathman on the drive, hop steps, fake, shoots, but just misses too strong, rebounded by Winfield. Good play by Strathman, just the points did not go down. Winfield on the other end, just trailing by 5. Graham gets past the midcourt stripe. Now a bad pass stolen away. A 3-on-1 break. Brown all the way home. He lays it in. Brown off the feed from Gabe Pyle. Graham was just guarding Gabe Pyle in case they wanted to give an extra pass to him, but Brown noticed and just took it himself. 21-14 Bullpups. High pass, too strong. Out of the outstretched hands of Hoyt and out of bounds. Back to McPherson. Caught by assistant coach Brant Bussey, by the way. Good catch. A one-handed catch with the left hand. 21-14 Bullpups. 2:45 to go first half. McPherson with the ball. Gabe Pyle controlling the point. Again, the leading scorer with 11. Brown picks up his dribble, ball above his head with a bounce pass. Doyle to Strathman. Strathman picks up his dribble. Back out front, Gabe wants a three. Hits the three! Another three-pointer goes down for Gabe Pyle, the first conventional three he's made. He has 14 points. I say conventional if you missed the buzzer beater in the first quarter. Kind of put one up, just shoved it up at the buzzer. Hutto drives, gets past defender, scoop layup is short, offensive rebound by Cramp, kicks it back outside. Shot clock did not reset. They say did not hit rim, so it's at 12. Graham in the corner held up defensively. Gibson near midcourt. Shot clock down to 6, down to 5. I don't know if they know it. 3 seconds. Gibson drives, hangs, shoots, high off the window, misses. Rebounded by Strathman. It did hit rim, so it's a clean rebound. Here comes McPherson. And Gabe gets bumped. A foul called on Winfield on Hutto. And again, McPherson in the bonus, so now Gabe Pyle to shoot 2. Again, 14 points for Gabe. He's looking to get 2 more. Ian Razak and Jet Pyle will check in for McPherson. Also see Carter Hoyt back in for Winfield, and also see Xander Sutton in for the first time, 5'9" freshman. Sporting number 11. First free throw for Gabe is good. 15 points for him. Again, he had 20 in the entire game against Mulvane on Friday. Season high came in the first game of the year. Also his career high, 27. Second free throw, in and out, rebounded by Gibson of Winfield. So it's an 11-point lead, 25-14. Far side, Graham into the wing. Ball poked loose. Hutto got it back. Into Graham, into the corner. Hoyt for 3. Just grazed the rim, rebounded by Gabe Pyle. Here comes McPherson. 5-on-4. Gabe into Jet, blocked from behind, but a foul called on Gibson. I think maybe they're saying hit on the wrist or on the hand, which did force Jet Pyle to fall down. So Gibson with the foul, which is his second, and Jet Pyle at the line for 2. That was a good hustle play by Gibson, though. Definitely give credit where credit's due. He's a terrific athlete. First free throw for Jets misses strong. Free throws. McPherson kind of struggling with that. They have been of the past few games. Don't have the exact numbers for you, but just say less than ideal. Second free throw does rattle home, though. Jet Pyle with 4 points. Here's a deep home run ball that's caught by Hoyt at midcourt. Near side, Sutton, catch and shoot 3. Too strong, rebounded by McPherson. Good play. Looks like Sutton's a good shooter, and Sutton will get a reach-in foul. Jet Pyle's going to the line again. Jet Pyle once again. First foul on Sutton. 11 fouls in total in this first half for Winfield. 5 for McPherson, but none in this quarter. First free throw is good for Jet to give him 5 points now. Now in for the first time is Gavin Estes, a 5'9" sophomore, as Sutton limps his way to the bench. Wonder if that's why he fouled, is because maybe he got a little dinged up on the three-point attempt. Second free throw's good. So Jet goes 2 for 2 that time at the stripe. 28-14 Bullpups. A double team right off of the inbound. They're able to give it up and get past it, but now a tip pass by Gabe and stolen away by Razak. Here comes McPherson again. Less than a minute to play in the second quarter. Jet Pyle out front. Estes comes in to guard him. Now Gabe thought about a three, but defense came in. Jet drives, baseline all the way, left-hand layup, good. Trying to draw a charge was Evan Hutto. He did go down after contact, but no call was made. But Ian Razak is called for reaching in after an attempt on the far sideline to break past pressure. So that's the first foul of the quarter on McPherson, and that is the first on Razak. So just a 1.2 second difference between the two clocks here in the second quarter. 30-14, McPherson leads. Hutto comes in, double teamed by the two Piles. Bounce pass tipped and stolen by Gabe again. Gabe all the way, right-hand layup, no. A foul, is it blocking or a charge? No official signal, I'm gonna assume blocking foul. It is, foul on Evan Hutto, now he's got 3 fouls. And Gabe Pile's going to the stripe. (30-14), McPherson leads, a chance to tack on more. I think it's an 11-0 run by McPherson because Winfield has really tried to bring their way back. First free throw is in and out by Gabe as Patrick Toon comes back in for Hutto. Hutto again with 3 fouls. Second free throw, in and out. Seidel's there with the board. Near side, Gabe, catch and shoot 3 off the front rim. Seidel, another rebound, hit hard and a foul. Brody Seidel with a couple of terrific hustle plays for the offensive board. Kellen Gibson will be called for the foul, I believe. And now Gibson has 3 fouls, so that's 3 players for Winfield with 3 fouls. Gibson trying to argue that Subtle gave him a little forearm shiver. Seidel at the free throw line where he struggled. First one no good, misses wide right. We'll see Zane Cramp come back in. We know Seidel's not much of a shooter, but again, a terrific glue guy. We saw that with those 2. Another offensive rebound off of the missed free throw by Razak. Poked out of bounds. We'll stay with McPherson. Seidel went 0 for 2, but that is the second time in a row McPherson had an offensive rebound off of a free throw. That time it was by Razak. 14.6 to go in the half. Shot clock turned off. McPherson a chance to extend the lead. Jet, a lob intended for Gabe. He taps it. Up ahead, right side. Strathman for 3. Short. Seidel fighting for it, and we'll have a tie-up called with 0.2 to go. The arrow to Winfield, but they cannot get a shot up. (30-14) is the score. Winfield going to have to play it in before we get to halftime. Kinnaman saying don't foul. The inbound was tipped by Gabe Pyle, and that's the end of the half. 30-14, McPherson leads at the halftime break. The Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is next. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
You're listening to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. Great Plains Federal Credit Union, placing people before profit. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
Let the party begin where the pizza never ends. Come fuel up, raise up a cup, gather up your grub at the hub.
Hey, it's Sammy, inviting you all to join us in Mound Ridge. We have the station, coffee and bakery for all your ice cream, lotus, and coffee fixes. Enjoy one of our world-famous brick oven pizzas while sharing an appetizer. We are your one-stop shop for your friends and family to gather. Get your grub at the hub.
Hungry? Heston Bakery and Cafe welcomes you for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and everything in between. They have an assortment of sandwiches, salads, soups, baked goods, specialty coffees, and desserts. Open 7 days a week, located in Heston. It's a convenient, comfortable space to meet friends and family. Ask about the catering options, too. Find them online at HestonBakeryandCafe.com to view the menu or order online.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report as the McPherson Bullpups lead the Winfield Vikings 30-14 at the halftime break. Good scoring offense for McPherson in the first half, as they have been terrific so far in this one after leading 15-9 at the end of one. And it was kind of brought back by Winfield to within about 4 or 5 points. McPherson then went on a big scoring run as they lead by 16 points in this one, their largest lead of the game. 30-14 they lead. Gabe Pyle leads all scorers with 15 points at halftime. Jet Pyle right behind him with 8. 4 points for Bishop Brown, 2 points for Ian Razak, and 1 point by Cade Strathman so far in this game. For Winfield, Christian Maurice, their leading scorer, with 9 points. He actually had the first 9 points for Winfield, all points in the first quarter. But he had 3 fouls, so he had to sit for a chunk of that second quarter towards the end of the first half, which was key into bringing McPherson back into this one. Behind him, 3 points from Kellen Gibson and then 2 points from Evan Hutto. So just 3 different scorers on the 14 points for Winfield so far in this game. And that's a big turning point for Winfield as they want to, try to mount this comeback. But it's, McPherson has been playing to their strengths just like they have been all season long, and they've been terrific at it so far here in this one. We're brought to you by Next Tech Wireless. You can stream today's broadcast with the Ad Astra Radio app powered by Next Tech Wireless. Shop for the latest phones and devices at the best prices. We're brought to you by Pyle Law. If you've been injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident, call Pyle Law, 241-9000. Tom works to get the benefits you deserve. We're also brought to you by Scooters Coffee. You can nominate your mom for a chance to win a Scooters Coffee gift card with the Scooters Coffee and be named the Scooters Coffee Mom of the Game. Sign up on the free Ad Astra Radio app. Scooters Coffee, be amazing. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with more Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime updates, and we'll also give you scoreboard updates from around the area. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
More of the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is coming up after this. Next, we'll recap tonight's first half stats. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Controlling your own weather can be easier than controlling anything else these days. This is Julie with RC Heating and Cooling. With a well-working cooling and heating system, you can be in control of your indoor weather at home. With so many things out of our hands, it's a good feeling to have a bit of stability. Call RC for a free estimate on new cooling and heating equipment. Call RC when your unit isn't up to par. Call RC to stay comfortable in any weather. Call RC 241-2787.
Is hospice care right for you or your loved one? Hospice and Home Care of Reno County can help guide you through those difficult decisions, offering guidance and support, whether it be at home, in a care facility, or in the comfortable surroundings of Hospice House. We are your friends and neighbors, caring about our community and the people who live here. That's why you can depend on us for compassion and support at the end of life. Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, your local not-for-profit agency serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson. We care how you live.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Winfield High School. The Bullpups lead the Winfield Vikings at halftime. 30-14 is the score. Let's give you some updates from what's going on around the area in high school basketball. There are games that went to an end, of course, because we started a bit later than we were anticipating because the girls' game ran a little bit long. This game started actually about a little after 8 o'clock, so we're making good time here with the boys' game at the very least, but do have a final for the game that was on Mix 96.7. Haven boys won 41-35. At halftime, Smoky Valley boys lead Chapman 26-19. Trinity Catholic boys trail 28-20 at halftime. Sterling boys defeated Central Plains 64-38 as Sterling gets the win there. Lions boys lead 47-45 over southeast of Saline at the end of 3. Just got that update. Got a halftime update for Buhler High School as they were on the road against Augusta. The Orioles have a 33-26 lead over the Buhler Crusaders at the half. Some final for the girls' games. Again, the girls fell, or rather they won. I apologize. The girls won earlier today. That was by a final score of 51-24 over Winfield to get their 3rd win of the season. Other girls' finals, Smoky Valley defeated Chapman 57-46 thanks to Kat Blatchett's 31 points, which is a career high. Trinity Catholic girls defeated El Saline 48-38. Lions girls fell 44-19 over southeast of Saline. Halstead defeated Pratt 55-49 in the girls' side. Buhler girls did defeat Augusta 49-39. Buhler is still number 1 in the division at a perfect 4-0 against divisional opponents so far this year. Sterling girls fell to Central Plains 55-27 as well. And the Humboldt girls defeated Fredonia 50-22. Those are some of the score updates, and those are brought to you by McPherson Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. I'd like to thank those for sponsoring us here today. Those include Hutchinson Community College, Alliance Agency, APAC Shears, Raleigh Insurance, Idea Tech, Pusquan, McPherson Dental Care, and Schmidt Electric. Second half action starting in just a couple of moments here at Winfield. We'll take one more break, and then we'll be back for the second half right after this. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
This is the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Halftime Report. Streaming online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Your life is as unique as you are, so why should your celebration of life be just like everyone else's? Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home in McPherson will help you plan a service that's a tribute to your memory. John Wiggins and Chad Mitchell and the other familiar faces at Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home take the time to help personalize your service with video tributes, printed programs tailored to you, and a service that is truly a tribute to you.
Hi, I'm Carly Sutton with First Bank Kansas. Are you ready to transform your home and life? Unlock the potential of your home with a home equity line of credit from your trusted partners at First Bank Kansas. Whether it's renovating your space, planning the vacation of a lifetime, or simply freeing up your budget, our flexible options empower you to make it happen. Your dreams, your way. Contact us today and discover the possibilities. First Bank Kansas, your key to unlocking a world of possibilities. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Winfield High School. The Bullpups have a 30-14 lead over the Winfield Vikings at halftime. Second half action about to start up in just a few moments. McPherson looking to get their 7th win of the year and their 4th divisional win so far this season. Again, reminder, this is the last Bullpup boys game for a little over a week, as they will have some time off before getting ready for the McPherson Invitational, which starts next Thursday. Will run Thursday the 23rd, Friday the 24th, and Saturday the 25th, with 12 games in total being played at the McPherson Roundhouse in the span of 3 days. We'll, of course, have all the updates for you. The bracket has not yet been released, but it will be in the near future. McPherson likely will be the number 1 seed again because, just looking at the records from the other teams that McPherson will have to go up against, McPherson is the only team with 1 or fewer losses from what it looks like. But McPherson is the only 4A school because the other 7 schools involved are either 5A or 6A. So that one is going to be big to go up against. Actually, I think there's only 2 5A schools, Hutchinson and St. James Academy. The rest are 6A. Second half about to get underway, waiting a little bit on Winfield to get out of their huddle and get things going because McPherson will have the ball to start off the second half. We'll change sides of the court. McPherson will go from left to right as we view the floor, and Winfield vice versa as we're back underway. Jet Pyle will control the point. He had 8 first half points, but Gabe Pyle led all with 15. Can he get 3 more? Misses short, actually, and we'll have an over-the-back foul called on Winfield as Strathman tried to get the board, but jumping over him was
Drew Graham. And Graham is called for his second foul. 3 Winfield players with 3 fouls so far in this game as Strathman will play it in high to Gabe Pyle in the perimeter. Fresh shot clock for McPherson after the first team foul of the quarter. Strathman with it on the left wing, looking in, finds Razak at the elbow, but he'll have to go back out. Christian Morey, Kellen Gibson, and Evan Hutto each with 3. They are all on the floor for Winfield, as I mentioned. Still plenty of time for McPherson as they retreat back outside. Gabe Pyle in the near corner, guarded by Hutto, but he drives past him. Scoop layup is good. Who else but Gabe Pyle, the 6'6 senior shooting guard. Traveling all the way home, driving all the way home, traveling not quite. Don't see any suitcases on the floor. I kid, of course. Winfield with the ball, an 18-point Bullpup lead, 32-14. Hutto with the screen, drives, tough layup, misses off the glass. Rebound, Bishop Brown. Hutto tried to fight for it, but Brown came down with it. Jet Pyle, stopping, out to Gabe. Tries again from deep. This time he hits. 5 straight points for Gabe Pyle to start off the second half. 20 points for Gabe, 35-14 McPherson. 6:45 to go, third quarter. Hutto in the backcourt. He's got across midcourt. Finally just tips it up ahead, and it's stolen by Gabe. 3-on-1 break. Here's Jet all the way home, and he lays it in. A 7-0 Bullpup start to the second half, and they lead by 23. 37-14 the score. Just 90 seconds into the third quarter. Out front running the point is Hoyt. Gabe Pyle face guarding him, still even though he's about 40 feet from the basket. Bounce pass to Morey on the near side. Ball above his head. Ripped away and stolen by Strathman. 2-on-2 break. More defenders coming in, but he drives in and scores. The speed from Kane Strathman just took it himself, and he drove all the way home. 39-14. Here's Graham for 3 on the other end. He got it. His first points of the game, putting an end to the early Bullpup run. But they still lead by 22, 39-17. Jet Pyle on a stop and go. Cross-court feed to Gabe in the corner, driving baseline against Morey. But he'll turn and go back outside. High pass into Razak. He collects and scores. Razak had a couple of words for Gibson after. No whistle for it. As Razak now has 4 points, and the Bullpups lead 41-17. Bad pass, Gabe Pyle. Jet all the way, inside, back to Gabe. Gabe can't score, though. Ball tipped and taken by McPherson, or rather Winfield, I should say. Morey with the rebound. Morey pushes, stolen away again by Gabe. Up ahead to Jet, back to Gabe, and he lays it in. Timeout call by Winfield. What a start to the half for McPherson. They have their largest lead of 26, 43-17 Bullpups with 5:03 to go in the third quarter. We'll keep it here. It's just a 30-second timeout. But how about that start? 11-3 right out of the jump. We're not even 3 minutes into this third quarter. Man alive. We're sponsored by Ag 360 Insurance with agents Darren Eddy and Cody Moores, RC Heating and Cooling, Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home, Great Plains Federal Credit Union, Edward Jones McPherson, Archer Gear for Sport, and McPherson Center for Health. Ashton Malm checks in over the break. He comes in for Bishop Brown. But man, oh man, this Bullpup offense just stifling on both ends. It's going to be tough to beat them again in state this year. You know, they finished undefeated. They got their first loss in the past 2 seasons against Derby in their second game of the year, but since then, downright dominant. Winfield playing it in against full court pressure. Ball tipped out of bounds. No, they say it was not tipped. That one, from my angle, looked tipped by Jet Pyle. He shakes his head and says no. Jet Pyle, you old fibber. That looked like it was tipped from my end. It happened right in front of me. It works out, though, for McPherson. Gabe Pyle on a catch-and-shoot 3, but he missed it short, rebounded by Winfield. Gibson pushes up ahead, 3-on-3 break. Hutto kicks it with a bounce pass to Graham on the near side. Graham will now drive baseline. Tough defense. Kicks it out. Hoyt for 3 from the corner. Misses off the front end, rebounded by the Bullpups. Malm up ahead. Razak all the way, but he traveled. He took 3 steps. Everybody's smiling about it. So was Coach Kinnaman. As Brody Seidel will come in for Razak. Also, Brendan Doyle is in for Strathman. So again, McPherson in a full court pressure in the backcourt. Winfield with it. Bullpups lead is 43-17. Near side ball poked loose. Graham tracked it down. Good defense by Jet Pyle. Now Morey near midcourt on the Winfield logo. Bounce pass near side. Gibson wants a three. Misses strong. Rebounded by Seidel. McPherson with it again. Looking to push into the front court. Gabe near side. Jet fakes, drives, floater. Misses short. Tried to get it back, but it was poked loose and taken by Winfield. Gibson will come down with a rebound. Jet Pyle pokes it loose. He's on the deck. How about Gabe diving for the ball? Now 2 Vikings do, and a travel is called. And a technical foul now called on Drew Graham. I think he was unhappy with the call. Now, the thing is, if he was arguing the call, maybe I could kind of agree, because, yeah, he's sliding, but he's not rolling over. So sometimes sliding is not a travel. His feet are not on the ground, but Jet Pyle will shoot the technical free throws. He makes the first one as Carter Bankson will go to the scorer's table. One of the assistant coaches is talking to the near official that called the tech. Jet's second free throw is good, so he's 2 for 2 on the technical foul shots, and Bankson will come in for Jet Pyle. So again, Drew Graham was hit with the technical. He now has 3 fouls, because technicals count as personals. He has 3 fouls on the game. The 4th Viking with 3 fouls. Bankson with a bad pass, but Malm tracks it down off of the carom. A fake pass now, drives inside. He tried to find Seidel, but he could not lay it in, and Winfield gets the rebound. McPherson's lead is 28, 45-17 the score, and we'll have an offensive foul called on Drew Graham for an illegal screen. So now he's got 4 fouls. Team foul number 3 on Winfield. So McPherson will play it in. Again, up by 28. Malm crosses midcourt for Gabe Pyle. Had it poked loose by Graham. Graham tracked it down with a steal. And then out of bounds off of Graham. It'll stay with McPherson. Deontay Cadillo will come in for Graham. Graham frustrated with himself. Stretched out his jersey. As McPherson will have it and play it in the backcourt. Malm to Gabe Pyle, now out front. Doyle, left side. Malm lobs it up. Gabe cannot control it. He tips it to keep it alive, but Cadillo comes down with the ball. Here comes Winfield on the other end. Gibson into the corner near side for Hoyt. Steps right, now passes it inside. Cadillo, turn, hook shot won't go, but a foul called on McPherson. And if that's on Ashton Malm, he's got 3 fouls. Indeed, he does. But now Deontay Cadillo is at the line. Cadillo is a 6-foot senior. Sporting number 32 for Winfield. We kind of have the checkered stripes on the left and right side. First free throw does not go down. Kind of like what you would see from Tennessee, the Tennessee Volunteers. They kind of have the checkers that are orange and white on the left and right side of their basketball jerseys. Winfield has that on their home whites. Gabe Pyle checked out. I believe Kate Strathman came in for him. Second free throw is good, though, for Cadillo, his first points of the game. 45-18 McPherson, 3:05 to go in the third quarter. Malm with a left-handed waist-high dribble, finds Bankson in the corner. Pass inside Strathman, held up on the baseline. Needs help, finds Doyle, floater, off side iron, off front iron, no good. Seidel the offensive rebound, he can't get the stick back. Rebounded by Cadillo of Winfield. Gibson to Hutto on the near side. Hutto looking to drive, poke loose, Malm gets the steal. Malm to Doyle. Doyle turns, tough shot, won't go. Ball fought for, rebounded by Morey. Here comes Winfield, and a foul called on McPherson, which is on Malm, and he's got 4. It's called for reaching in. Second team foul on McPherson. Jet Pyle, Bishop Brown, and Ian Razak will come back in for McPherson for Doyle, Malm, and Brody Seidel. Gibson will throw it in the backcourt for Hutto. 45-18. McPherson leads. Hutto drives, hop step, bounce pass. Cadillo collects and scores. He's got 3 points on the game as Gabe Pyle goes to the scorer's table. 25-point Bullpup lead. And Coach Kinnaman wants a timeout. 2:13 to go, third quarter, 45-20 McPherson. We're back after this as it is a full timeout. We're back in 30 seconds from Winfield High School from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
If you can't remember the last time you've reviewed your insurance, you're not alone. Alliance Agency Inc. and Buckeye Insurance Group work together to make sure you are properly covered. Call the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Alliance Agency Inc. at 620-241-0213. They'll provide service that exceeds expectations and coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and Alliance Agency Inc. working together to protect you.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
25-point Bullpup lead over the Winfield Vikings. 45-20 is our score with 2:13 to go in the third quarter. This is Lane Gillespie bringing you action here from Winfield High School. Don't forget, McPherson High School basketball coverage will not be for another week as the girls will be on the road against El Dorado. Just a girls' game next Tuesday. And the Bullpups will have the Bullpup boys, I should say, will have the McPherson Invitational. Then in 2 weeks, the Bullpup boys will be on the road against El Dorado. Then the girls will have the Mid-America Classic. McPherson with the ball as they play it in. The starting five on the floor for McPherson. High pass, Jet Pyle on the near corner. Now near side, Gabe Pyle, ball above his head. Razak with it. Razak now back out front to Gabe. Gabe has 22 points on the game. They slow things down, shot clock down to 10. Jet Pyle crosses over, kick into the corner. Strathman fakes, high pass. Razak collects in, scores with the left hand. 6 points for Ian Razak. Back to 27, 47-20 Bullpups. 97 seconds left in the third. Stepping up, ball tipped by Gabe, but is collected by Hutto. Maury tries a three, misses short, rebounded by Gabe Pyle. Don't know how many rebounds Gabe has, but he's got to be close to a double-double. Here's a thunderous pass that goes out of bounds off of McPherson. Maury tipped it, then it went off of Razak. I say thunderous, it was more like a bullet from Jet Pyle. Drew Graham comes back in for Winfield. Winfield with the ball down 47-20 with 1:15 to go. Winfield's season low in points was 54, which happened 3 times. They're now at 20. Here's a tip pass. Cadillo gets it back. Maury drives, floats, misses, got it back, goes up strong and scores. Now Maury has double digits again in every single game this year. McPherson with the ball. 2 clock separated by 21 seconds. 47-22 Bullpups. Jet Pyle out front. Into the corner for Brown. Bounce pass. Razak caught up. Looking for Gabe. He collects it. Goes up, but he's fouled. Gabe Pyle will go to the line. If that's on Graham, that's his 5th. It is. That's Graham's 5th foul. He's out of the game. He'll finish with just 3 points. And Kellen Gibson will have to come back in. So the first Viking to foul out comes 37 seconds left in the third quarter as Gabe Pyle hits the first free throw. 23 points for the senior. Looking to make it 24. He doesn't. He misses front iron, rebounded by Maury of Winfield. 33 seconds left, 2 clock separated by about a second. Maury double-teamed, somehow gives it up to Gibson as he passed it around Brown. Hutto fires a deep 3, misses short. Ball fought for as it was tipped twice. McPherson with the rebound. Gabe Pyle comes down with it. Now they'll hold for the last shot of the third. Jet has it near side with 10 seconds. Jet crosses over on Hutto. Left side, Strathman, 6 seconds. High pass intended for Razak over his head and out of bounds. So Winfield will get it back with 3.8 left. Looking for a deep pass. Instead, Maury has it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Maury floats it up at the buzzer for a 3. No good. And that's the end of the third quarter. 48-22. McPherson leads through 3 quarters of play. 4th quarter coming up after this. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
Discover everything Great Plains Federal Credit Union has to offer. From savings and checking accounts to retirement planning and loan services, we want to be your full-service financial partner. We will greet you with a warm smile and a helpful attitude. And when you're on the go, you can always take advantage of our online services and mobile app. As a member, you will be a co-owner in our credit union just like us, so you know we will always have your best interest at heart. Great Plains Federal Credit Union with locations in Salina, Abilene, McPherson, and Hillsboro. Member NCUA.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
3 quarters down, 1 to go here in Winfield. McPherson with a 26-point lead. They'll likely keep their starters in for the 4th quarters. They want to get to the 30-point margin to get to a running clock so they can get out of here because it's a school night and it's an hour 45-minute drive back home. Here on this Tuesday night here in Winfield as starting 5 are on the floor for McPherson. It'll be Winfield to start off with the ball as they have struggled with fouls. Already one guy fouled out. That was Drew Graham with 5 fouls. One of those fouls was a technical. He fouled out with 37 seconds left in the 3rd. Christian Morey's the leading scorer, but he has 11 of the team's 22. Gibson to play it in. There's full court pressure and timeout Winfield. So no time has come off. It's a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here. So no time came off to start off the 4th quarter. So it's still kind of an extended break between the 2 quarters, you could say. But we'd like to thank our sponsors, Freddy's Frozen Custard, Next Tech Wireless, and McPherson High School Booster Club for helping us out all season long. Still 8 minutes left, as the 4th quarter did not start. 48-22 McPherson. As Winfield called a timeout to avoid a 5-second violation for a turnover. So now Winfield will play it in, still with pressure, and they'll fire it in to Hoyt, who's double-teamed. Finds Hutto, who had to kind of turn around to catch it. He shoots a 3 and misses. Brown skies to the heavens to get the rebound. Here comes McPherson. Gabe Pyle, left wing, fakes, now steps back inside. Brown goes up strong and lays it in. Bishop Brown with 6 points on the contest. Coach Kinnaman claps his hands, saying get a stop, as it's a 28-point Bullpup lead as they turn the ball over. Gabe Pyle gets it off the steal off the tip. Jet inside, Gabe lays it up and in. 26 points for Gabe Pyle. It's a 30-point game, so we'll go to a running clock. Winfield with the ball out front near midcourt is Hoyt. Wanting a screen as Gabe Pyle is guarding him, but none is coming. Now comes Gibson, but fakes the screen. Double team comes in. Razak with the steal. Up ahead, Gabe. Here comes the show. He throws it down. 27 points, which ties a season high and a career high for Gabe Pyle. Winfield with the ball. Gibson in the corner. Wants a 3. Misses strong. Cadillo with the offensive rebound. Morey on the near side. And we'll have a blocking foul called on Cade Strathman. But yep, the clock does continue to run, and it will only stop on injuries and timeouts, which technically injuries are timeouts. So fouls, they will not stop. Ball out of bounds, they will not stop. And as you see right there, there's going to be a foul on Ian Razak, which will be his 2nd and team foul number 2 in the quarter. But there's 6 minutes and ticking left in the game as Ashton Malm will head to the scorer's table. Correction, Gabe Pyle, I got my math wrong. Nope, he does have 27. I almost said he had 28, but I got my math wrong. I was not a math major in college, I promise. Winfield with the ball, 5:40 to go in the game and ticking. with the running clock. Morey drives, had it poke loose and stolen. Up ahead to Gabe Pyle, one-on-one with Gibson. Pyle misses. Jett is there for the stick-back layup. He has 14 points. Gabe Pyle almost stole it off the inbound, but Hutto keeps it. Near side, Hoyt tries a three. Highmarker misses. They try to save it. It's out of bounds. Who'd it touch last? Winfield, they say. So McPherson gets it back. The save attempt was rifled all the way to the scorer's table. Almost hit the public address announcer, the official scorer, everybody. Gabe on the near side. Now to Strathman with 5 minutes to go. 56-22 McPherson. Gabe on the near side, dribbles to his left. High pass to Malm. McPherson controlling the tempo. Into the corner for Jett, driving baseline. Jett left-hand layup, no good. Rebounded by Morey. Morey stops at the perimeters. We'll have pretty much a full platoon swap. Three by Hoyt won't go, out of bounds. It'll go to McPherson. But they'll bring in the platoon swap. Bishop Brown, Brendan Doyle. Brody Seidel. Paxton Ingalls. And Cole Cooper. Brown, I think he tried to get a slick one on Coach Kinnaman because Brown was not supposed to come in. Instead, they bring in Carter Banks in. So McPherson will play it in. As maybe in a couple minutes we'll also see Dane Becker. Bad pass by Bankson. Bankson is stolen away. And yep, immediately here comes Dane Becker into the scorer's table. Gibson out front. Hutto with the ball. Hutto almost carried. Now he turns, shoots over Bankson, and hits it from the free throw line. Good turnaround fading shot by Hutto. As McPherson now leads 56-24. 3.5 minutes to go. Well, 3:35. Seidel at the near elbow, back outside Doyle. Wanted a three, but it's blocked by Morey. Seidel got the rebound, and he goes and lays it in. Seidel got the big-time bucket. What heads-up awareness by the senior. 3:20 to go. Bullpups back up by 34 points. 58-24 the score. Hutto spins, bounce pass, a no-look pass on the deck. Cramp had it. Now a couple of people dive for it. A jump ball called, the arrow to McPherson. Becker comes in. He'll come in for Seidel. Deontay Cadillo will also come back in for Winfield. Becker is the only player on the team that has not scored any points. Because there was a game, it was against Bueller, where everybody came in and everybody but Becker scored. Ingalls on the left elbow. Back out front to Cooper, rather. Cooper picks up his dribble. Now a backdoor feed. Doyle gets it. 2.5 minutes to go. Tipped, almost crossing midcourt was Cooper. Now tiptoes down the sideline. Becker with it out front. Had it almost poked loose. Now Doyle fires from the elbow. Swish. Brendan Doyle gets his first points of the game. 60-24 McPherson. 2:15 to go. As now Winfield will head to the bench. Hutto with it out front. High pass. Gibson near the baseline. Guarded well by Becker. High pass now out. Hutto, high arcing three, too strong. Ball tipped out of bounds. Whose ball? McPherson's. So checking in for Winfield will be Elijah Burgesson, Gavin Estes, Patrick Toon, and Yates Gilliland. 1:40 to go. Becker near side. Fakes, now out front for Cooper. They kick it out, Bankson, bounce pass, Doyle, fires from the elbow again, and he hit it. I don't know how he hit that because he shot it up when he was well past the apex of his jump. But he somehow got it with a pure swish. Estes drives all the way, tough finish, it's good though. Gavin Estes, his first points of the game. McPherson with it again. Splitting through defenders is Becker. Ball on the deck. Becker keeps it alive. He'll give it out to Cooper. 1:05 to go. Cooper with a bounce pass. Bankson on the left wing. High pass near side Cooper. Guarded by Burgesson. Cooper picks up his dribble. High pass Ingalls. He goes up and he lays it in. The bench loves it for McPherson. They love when their guys on the bench are able to get the scoring numbers up, and Ingalls gets his first points. Two clocks separated by 15 seconds. There's 40 seconds left overall. Tipped by Ingles. They get it back. Toon shoots, crawls off. Rebound fought for. McPherson has it. There is about no difference between the two clocks, but they gave him one. Doyle wanted to drive all the way, but Coach Kinnaman told him no. So they'll hold the ball probably all the way until the shot clock expires, and then the running clock will continue, which would in essence end the game. Cooper drives, but just to play keep away basically defensively. And Ingles now gets fouled by Cadillo. Cadillo was told by Coach Tripp to come in defensively. The game is over, but I think, does Ingles have to shoot free throws? No, he does not. The game is over, and that is it. The final score, McPherson 64, Winfield 26. A big-time blowout victory for the Bullpups. They win by 38 points. We're back after this with the Bullpup Locker Room Show. Right after this from the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
Coverage of Bullpup Basketball continues next with the Bullpup Locker Room Show. Stay tuned as we name tonight's play and player of the game. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Show your Bullpup pride with apparel from Art Shirt, Gear for Sport at 211 North Main, downtown McPherson. We offer a wide variety of apparel for everyone in the family, offering sizes from newborn all the way to 4X. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season. Go Bullpups!
This is Derek Fees with APAC Kansas Shears Division. You know we do big projects, but we also want you to know we can help you with parking lots, driveways, and other projects at your home or business. Asphalt or concrete, we're here to help. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
The second you climb onto a John Deere and sit in the yellow seat, you'll notice that the difference between the 1025R and the competition is more than paint. It feels like it was designed with a better understanding of real-world performance needs and features you'll appreciate over the long-term ownership. At Prairie Land Partners, they went head-to-head with the competition to prove it. Stop by today to see the difference for yourself.
Delivering the right solution. Prairie Land Partners.
Hi, this is Lucas Raleigh with Raleigh Insurance. If you're thinking about shopping your business's insurance, let us do the shopping for you with our newly expanded markets and carriers. As an independent agency, we've been working with large commercial accounts to small family businesses across Kansas for over 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.biz, see me in Little River, or stop by Raleigh Insurance in Inman or Lyons today.
Since 1965, your choice for home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. Raleigh Insurance. Get your free quote today.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome into the Bullpup Locker Room Show as McPherson defeats Winfield in blowout fashion by 38 points with a final score of 64-26. Gabe Pyle led all scorers with 27 points. That ties a career high for the senior. He had a terrific first half with 15 and then backed it up with 12 more in the second half as well. Jet Pyle was behind him with 14 points, so the two Piles combined for 41 of the team's 64 points. Behind them, 6 points for Bishop Brown, 6 points for Ian Razak, 3 points for Cade Strathman, 4 points for Brendan Doyle on the game, and then 2 for Paxton Ingles and 2 for Brody Seidel. So Coach Kinnaman now is going to join us on the headset as he quickly talks to his team and celebrates this win and also wants to get out of here quickly. It's an hour 45. It's an hour 45 back home.
I'm going to make it in an hour 30. Except Coach Kinnaman's riding with me, and he said he's hungry, so we're going to stop and get something to eat.
Oh, my gosh.
Got a good win tonight. I always feel good when little brother wins. All right, first thing, let's say hi to Coach Peck. We miss Coach Peck.
Yeah.
For those fans that don't know, he took a tumble, not on the ice, but he fell and not cracked, but broke 5 ribs. And rumor has it that's painful.
Yeah.
And we wish him a speedy recovery because I love having him around. I don't think he would break his ribs just to avoid having to drive to Winfield, but I'm not sure. So, hello to Coach Peck. Hope you're feeling better. Hopefully we can get him back by tournament time next week. You want me to just go? Just
up
talk?
to you. It's up to you, man.
All right. 8 for 22 from the line.
Was that the final?
Yeah.
Wow.
What were we the first half?
I have no idea. I don't have those numbers.
I have an idea.
I know Don Bankson came up to me and asked, were we 50% that first half? And
no.
I said, probably not.
We weren't 30%. So we did a better job there. We did a better job playing off 2 feet. Once we got a little roll going there, turned them over some, led to easy baskets. Very happy with our effort. In a rough physical game. Let me tell you a cool thing. Coach Peck, I'm sorry you missed this. The gray-headed official, okay, he will be officiating the Rams-Eagles game on Sunday. So look for him.
Yeah.
I tried to get some tips, but yeah, that would be against NFL policy. Normal from the free throw line, 28 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, only 1 turnover. That's a pretty good night. And I thought Jet played, better second half. They all played good. Bishop Brown, holy cow, did you see how high he jumped on that one rebound?
Yeah, I said he skied for the heavens on that one.
He did. He skied. Yeah, that was nice. Feel good night. Always appreciate you, Lane.
Thank you.
I'm glad my mom and dad probably got to watch tonight. So, had a good night.
Yep.
Happy. Hopefully there's no freezing fog. And we will see you Thursday night.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. Should
Thanks,
be fun.
Lane.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you, Coach. That's head coach Kurt Kinnaman. We'll take a break, and then we'll wrap things up right after this, as we'll be back with more right next. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup basketball on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup basketball. Find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at adastroradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Devin.
Together
we are Stamatic of Central Kansas, with a new location at 209 North Main in downtown McPherson. We are here to help, offering water, fire, and smoke restoration, mold remediation, carpet and upholstery cleaning, as well as hard surfaces like tile and even grout cleaning. Don't forget about the places you can't see, like air ducts and dryer vent. Find us on Facebook or online at stamaticofcentralks.com for a free estimate to see how Stamatic of Central Kansas can help you.
Oh, and honey, don't forget.
Call Stamatic, you'll be ecstatic.
Hi, I'm Andrew Ealing. I'm excited to tell you about the Poo Squad of Hutchinson. Are you tired of the unpleasant task of picking up dog poop? I can help. We offer a one-time or weekly service for your convenience. Our pricing is affordable and varies based on the number of dogs. For 1 dog per week, it's only $12 or $52 a month. You can easily book online at hutch.thepoosquad.com or call or text at 620-322-0522. We take a lot of crap from our customers. Contact the Poo Squad of Hutchinson today.
Life's better when you're under our roof because our agents can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family can have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams.
Visit your local American Family Insurance agent, Steve Barr, at 807 North Main, McPherson.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
Are you building a house?
A swimming pool?
Are your lights flickering?
Call Schmidt Electric.
That's Schmidt Electric. 620-960-6755. Schmidt Electric will take care of all your electrical needs.
Got Spock?
Your health matters, and so does being close to the care you need. McPherson Center for Health offers compassionate care right here in your community. McPherson Center for Health, caring for you close to home.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back for the final time here at Winfield High School here tonight. The Bullpup boys get the 64-26 victory over the Winfield Vikings to move on to 7-1 on the year and still undefeated in divisional play at 4-0. Winfield falls to 4-4, 2-3 in divisional play. So McPherson still stays in the top spot in the division. See if we get some final scores. Don't know if we have one for Buhler and Augusta quite yet, but we'll certainly keep an eye on that and we'll pass on that news. Of course, you can tune into @astroradio.com to get those finals, of course, because we will have those updated for you at least by tomorrow morning. You know, we've got an hour 45-minute drive back to McPherson, and then now we have a college basketball action tomorrow, and then back on Saturday, and then McPherson High School don't have any action until next Tuesday, which will be a good break for both the Bullpup girls and boys. They'll get the much-needed break that they deserve. So they definitely need that as we move forward. But time now for the Happy Egco excellent play of the game. See if one of those, well, actually, you heard about it a little bit with Coach Kinnaman, and I'm just going to go with this. One of the best fundamental plays by Bishop Brown, skying, towering for the rebound. I don't know if he had help to get himself up there, but it sure looked like it because it looked like he had about a 40-inch vertical on that leap just to get the rebound. So that's going to be our Happy Egco excellent play of the game. Visit happyeggfarms.com to learn how you can help feed America. Before we get to our People's Bank and Trust player of the game, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Next Tech Wireless. You could have streamed today's broadcast on your phone with the Ad Astra Radio app. We'll also have more broadcasts where you can stream on the Ad Astra Radio app, powered by Next Tech Wireless. Shop for the latest phones and devices at the best prices. Scooters Coffee. You can nominate your mom for a chance to win a Scooters Coffee gift card to be named the Scooters Coffee Mom of the Game. Sign up on the free Ad Astra Radio app. Scooters Coffee, be amazing. No surprise that Gabe Pyle is going to be named our People's Bank and Trust player of the game. Coach Kinnaman had him down at 28 points. I had him down at 27, but we'll see what the final numbers were. But it's either 27 or 28, one or the other. Gabe Pyle had a terrific day. I believe he had a double-double on the game as well, so he's going to be our People's Bank and Trust player of the game since 1898, community banking at its best. That's going to do it for us here for coverage of McPherson High School basketball. We will have McPherson College basketball action tomorrow as the Bulldogs will host Kansas Wesleyan for a doubleheader tomorrow. We'll be on the mic at 5:45. The women will play at 6, the men at 8. There'll also be college basketball action on Saturday as the Bulldogs will host Avila for a doubleheader in the early afternoon. But the Bullpup action is not until next Tuesday, where the Bullpup girls will be on the road against El Dorado. The Bullpup boys will be back in action next Thursday for the McPherson Invitational. Be sure to stay tuned at AstraRadio.com for the bracket. When it does come out, we will release that on our website and also give you the game times for round 1 of the McPherson Invitational Tournament, which again starts next Thursday, the 23rd. But until then, for the live stream coordinator, Mitchell Bruce, this is Lynn Gillespie saying thank you for tuning in here tonight. We hope you stay safe and warm out there in the treacherous winter weather. We'll be back in action next week, and we'll see you then. You're listening to 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup basketball, 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. For more Bullpup coverage, find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at AdAstraRadio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. This has been a presentation of the Ad Astra Sports Network.